All right. Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club Stop and Chat. Today we have a very special returning guest, Mr. Mike York. Is back with us,
Yes.
dude.
Thank you.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, dude.
It's been a while.
I love it.
How are you, dude?
I'm well. I'm good.
You guys see each other all the time, though, don't you?
I mean,
yeah,
often,
we never
yeah.
talk though. It's strictly skateboard professional. No, I'm
Strictly, yeah.
Keep it simple, you know.
What up?
Just a head nod and a couple claps. And
Social distancing.
I gotta go and I get a deuce from him. Like,
No, but it is weird to see you just in a house, rather than outside.
yeah. I'm good at sitting in both. I've been working on it.
Dude, we should have set your umbrella up.
Oh my
that
god,
would have been amazing, dude. My umbrella.
You bring an umbrella
yeah,
every
yeah.
time. It's amazing.
Okay.
You have a little spot down there.
Yeah, man. I started like, you know how there's like the anti-hero, what do they have? Tent City or like Umbrellasville. Like I brought an umbrella just because I felt weird with my backpack sitting there. And then,
okay.
And then if I brought like the beach vibe, it kind of like doesn't make people like just stare at a like backpack chilling.
Yeah, because the backpack on the ledge out of when everybody's walking by is a
Right.
little weird. Yeah,
And then sitting in the shade isn't bad, skating in the heat.
right.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's for that, just for that, like purpose.
See, we ride our bikes down there, so it's like we can put our bikes there with our backpacks, and it doesn't look out of
Right,
place.
exactly.
Right.
And then a few homies. I actually got the umbrella from CU Trin.
See you.
I went skating with him, and he literally pulled it out. We were like on the street, and it was like, you know how there's like sidewalk, a little bit of grass, and then a curb. He just took it and drilled it in, and we sat on the curb, and then he shot his stuff like in the shade, And I was like, man, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I need to bring one of those to the beach. And so the other day it was like me, him, and then my man Nate brings one.
Yeah.
Nate has one too. He's in Umbrellasville. And he brought one, and so it'll be like 3 or 4.
Oh yeah.
Like chilling.
When I'm riding up from the opposite way, I know who's there already before I even get there. I'm like, up, York's there.
There's
Nate.
Beetlejuice.
There's Nate there.
Okay, I do have a death in the family. Okay, so I had Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was my umbrella that I had because it was black and white stripes, like how Beetlejuice would wear his suit.
Yeah.
And then there was one scene where he like pops up and he has like an umbrella hat. Attention, Kmart shoppers. I don't know if
I don't remember that part.
you will when you see it.
Okay.
You'll be like, yeah, that's Beetlejuice. Okay, that's the part. So I would bring that, and then I called it Beetlejuice. And then the wind, fuck Beetlejuice up. Blew it all like upside. When
did the reverse?
Yeah.
Oh, it reversed it.
Oh.
but it was just, I don't know.
One part of it was just like dangling down.
Yeah, it was like ripped from its skeleton.
It was
or whatever you call
annihilated.
it.
He didn't live through
Oh.
that. Didn't live through it.
Poor
So you
Beetlejuice, man.
What's the new one called?
I don't know.
No name.
You know what? I didn't want to get too attached to the new one.
They die so easily.
Yeah, man. I can't be getting hurt all the time like that. So Beetlejuice is done, but I got like a blue stripe one, and I did try to find.
You did?
I tried to find a replacement.
Do you just stick it in the sand right on the other side of the ledge? Is that what you do? That's
I
tight.
just stuff it in there and hope for the best.
Yeah, a little windy down there.
See,
Yeah.
It could
Beetlejuice
get a little
was
windy.
strong.
Yeah.
He used to just fly out, and I would just be doing a crooked grind, and it'd just smack me in the face, and
Right.
someone would be grabbing it.
Yeah.
And then the other one just was like just ripped apart. Like it was terrible.
What happens, man? It happens. But you got your little set down there. It's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
super fun.
Bro, it's the
I love
best.
it.
It's the best. I grew up skating there, so it's awesome for me to go there and still be there with in that
full
environment.
circle.
You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
imagine if EMB, like what I mean? Like
Totally.
today, you're going there,
Like
sitting
I've
on the
skated
curbs.
there before they built. Like I've seen the reconstruction. Like
Right.
So we're just looking at it like, oh my god, like speed freaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not us.
Dude, I saw him yesterday.
Saw him today.
Oh, dude, he's been out.
I saw him the other day. I saw him the other day. I totally stalk him, but I don't. I'm like, we'll never say. And I know him, but I won't like. He probably's like, why is he being a dick?
It's the weirdest thing because
I don't want to bother him. He's with his kid and they're going fucking boogie boarding.
I don't want to bother him when he's with his dog. I'm like, he's with his
Right.
dog, man. I'm gonna
Leave him alone.
But it's weird because it's like it's this weird fan out, right? It's like you see him and he's this like mythical creature walking by, and you're like, whoa.
I can't help
He's
but
a
go,
legend, bro.
notice every time I see him.
You have to.
That's why when he sees you, he walks all the way around.
It's like, oh, fuck.
No, but it is cool to see Nodis down there, man.
It's
Just
just
kicking
a
it,
trip
you know?
that he'll. That's the guy that strolls through, and he's such a nobody to everyone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Just a
They
regular.
just
dude.
don't know. They just
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, bro, did you know who walked by? You're like, who? That guy? I'm like, yeah, that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Imagine one day he came down with his board,
yeah,
skated
that
for a little
would be
bit.
terrible.
Waiting
Wow.
for it.
That would be treacherous.
That would be amazing.
I know. I want him to. You know, he'd be thinking about it.
I know.
You know, he's almost He probably did the tail slide thing off the
cool
porch
that-
and was
yeah.
like, nah.
Not today.
Mm-hmm.
Not today.
He probably trips out everyone skating there like that now.
I don't think he pays attention to us.
No, he does.
He looks.
But he's like, oh, fuck, there's a bunch of skaters. And like, he'll walk further away.
Yeah, he does.
Well, that's what I
that.
said when you're there. So you don't know. When you're not there, he fully comes up.
Guys
It's like,
don't
what's up,
understand.
everybody? He sits down at the ledge. We're having a party. He's like, nice umbrella, Mike. This is cool. Let me get a truly.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Right. But how's everything else going, dude?
Oh, good.
Man, we haven't seen you, bro. Last time you were here, the 2016.
Actually, he came in for experience episode.
Okay,
I remember
okay.
that a little later on.
Yeah, but the experience is different, though. We don't get to sit down and
That
talk
was
to
the
him.
one where we did like
No.
the little kid video. Like I had to pick who it was. And you guys set me up with Chico
yeah.
at first.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You set me up with Chico. I'm thinking it's all guys.
People's
from,
old sponsor me
and then
videos.
it's like,
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
That was fun.
Yeah.
the termite parts and stuff.
Yeah, we still did it. And you did a horror movie review for us, too. I think that was early
Oh,
on.
I like that.
Early
Yeah.
on.
We like horror flicks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
demons.
demons. Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
bro.
Watch demons.
Yeah. That's a crazy one, bro.
I don't get down with those, bro.
Like I was watching horror movies. Man, your movies aren't scary, Dad. My kids are asking me, so I put them on to like Jason, and that's boring to them.
Okay.
And then like Friday the 13th was boring, and then Freddy was boring. The first one didn't scare him. Dad, for real? I'm like, bro, that when his arms went long, that scared me. That was I didn't even think about playing like Poltergeist because I'm like, bro, they're gonna be so bored talking during the middle of that. Like they don't. So I'm like, they're like, do you have anything scary? And I'm like trying to think, and I'm like have some pretty rugged things, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put demons because that's like older.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
this is
put demons on. So I put demons on, and it's like a Dario Argento horror movie from like Italy
And I have
with
no
dubbed
clue.
over. It's good.
It is.
He's good.
He's
Okay.
dope,
And
And
definitely.
so, man, like they're watching it, and then basically the storyline is you go to this movie, it's playing the movie, something happens in the movie, they turn into demons. It happened in the lobby before the movie. Hey, that happened to you. And then, oh, my face is bleeding. Let me go back. Rah. So whatever's happening is happening. And then one of the scenes, the demon grabs the girl by the neck and rips her neck. My daughter's like, okay, you can turn this off.
Oh, wow.
Turned it right off.
Wow.
Like, you could shut this off now. Like, and I'm like, all right. Like, okay, it's scary.
Are we
It's
watching
scary
this
now.
before bed or what's going on?
Of course, I'm gonna get them. Like,
For breakfast.
yeah, no, they're getting it. Like, especially if you're trash talking. That's the thing. It wasn't like I'm like, hey, come here. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you're minding your own business. Stop what you're doing. Come here over here.
Yeah. Let
Right.
me show you this.
Let me traumatize you.
I'm
with
going
this
to play
video.
demons for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Here, watch this. It's a documentary. You know what I mean?
No, you took steps
No,
to get there.
Yeah, just like, okay, my son, 12 years old, balling. Remember I told you he was a basketball dude,
yeah.
still been doing it. So just as a skater progresses, my son is progressing in basketball. It's nice to see him doing that.
Sick.
That's
So-
tight.
That's so rad.
He told me one day when we were out at the park and I'm letting him shoot and I'm hanging with, Olivia and we're just doing our thing. I was like, I can't wait to dunk on you, Dad.
Oh, shit.
Boy, I said, what? I said, dunk. I said, chill, shorty. Like, what do you got? He said, what? And I said, game of 21. He said, let's go. And I've always let him just beat me.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Okay.
So he's got little shakes and things.
He's quick.
He's quick and he can ball and he knows how to ball now. He knows how to move. He's like, He's not just he's freestyling, but has like, he knows what he's doing.
Sure.
Like he has an idea why he's driving me left to move right. Like,
Yeah.
Instead of like,
Your balance is a little off to the right.
yeah,
He's
like
going to go left.
He knows how to spin and move and whatever. So we play, and you know, I beat him. Okay, I beat him, and I'm bully balling him. I'm playing, but he's really playing. He plays good defense, everything. If I try to even think across my through the leg, he gonna take it from me. So I gotta just bully ball and just get it. You know what I'm saying?
Back him
Yeah,
down.
you're bigger than him.
Yeah,
You're Shaq.
I gotta use my Shaq.
Yeah.
So I beat him probably by like 4 or 5 because this boy can shoot, and he just, you know, and he's talking hella yang, dude,
The whole time.
and I don't know where he got it from because I never taught. He didn't pick it up from me. 'Cause I'm not a yang talker like that. So he just hitting shots and going ice in the veins and pointing at his arm.
Oh, shit.
And I'm looking at this dude like ice in the veins. Like, we got the heater on. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, young man? Like, you know, ice in the veins. So, yeah, man, we just battled. I beat him.
Okay.
I look like I skated Tampa Pro. I'm about to dry heave behind the quarter pipe. My shirt is just wet. I'm just like, and then he's like 2 out of 3. I'm looking at this boy. No, are you kidding? 2 out of 3.
Time to go home.
Like this is okay. Then the next game was on Thursday. You feel me?
It's like the playoffs.
My son was just
Take a couple of days off.
my son was ready to go again. Like he'll play like a bunch of games even in tournaments back to back. So he's just like, what? And I'm just like, done.
Is he an NJB? Is that what?
He's in a travel league.
Oh,
travel
sick.
ball league.
Dope,
Do you
dude.
go around the country or around their zone? Around your zone? How does that work?
Starting 5 is his team. I don't see. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Well, this isn't a school thing. This is an actual league.
Is a league, yeah. Like,
Got you.
Like we pay for him to go to like the tournaments and things like that.
Right.
We went to like Bakersfield, like Carson.
Okay.
Where else did we go? Ventura.
So in California.
Yeah, but there was supposed to be one in Vegas. So we were trying to go to Vegas, but they canceled it because of the COVID thing or whatever. So you know, it's kind of a cool but weird, like, you know, atmosphere. I love everyone in the team, on the team. I love the parents, the kids, the coach, the way the coach plays with the kids and coaches them. He's not like drill sergeant.
Right.
He's like encouraging. He brings out the best in each player and positions them to play good. Like these dudes got plays.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not just like don't know what to do. Fools are cutting and, you know, it's dope.
You have to be good to get on those teams. Like you have to try out and then make. The
You
team.
can't just pay and get in?
Nah.
I was going to join up.
So my son has had a rep, I guess, of being like pretty good as a young kid, and was like, oh, you know, a lot of people will come up to me or my wife. You should have him come to our team, this team, that team. So when it was like the COVID thing, Jake was just at the park. And what was crazy during the COVID was the Nike commercial came true. Like from back in the day, they had like, it would show a basketball rim with like thing on top.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, imagine if.
Yeah, what if like
What if it
sports
was
are
like
treated like
what if,
skateboarders? Yeah.
Okay.
bigging up skating? Like, why are you going to block them from skating? What
Right.
if you blocked them from that? And they had a bunch of different sports.
Tennis and shit. Yeah.
I literally went there. It would be a tape thing on the pole with one of those on there. Like, no one could play basketball here. And it was black. And I went, feel my pain, son. I said, you just got skate stop.
Where would they have this
spot.
at? I
They
mean,
had
Here
it
in Venice.
everywhere here.
Yeah,
They
everywhere.
did it.
They did it to
everywhere.
every
They
basketball.
put rebar on the hoops.
Every
Yeah.
basketball
we're
court.
talking about during the whole thing.
in the
Yeah.
Got
especially
you.
in the beginning.
I thought you were talking about just a random place,
No,
like
it
a
was
park
just- it was
that
like
closes
during
during certain hours.
So you can imagine being a basketball head
right. Can't.
and you can't
Right.
shoot a hoop.
trying to go to your neighbor's house. It's got
Yeah,
the
and
thing
then they
above the
don't want
garage.
to talk to you, and it's not appropriate for you to go over there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't see your own folks, like your cousins or whoever. You're like, you know, you don't. So he went through that, and then for it to like kind of open up, or us kind of just barging it when they took it down, but said you still couldn't be there. We would just kind of, oh, I don't know, I don't speak English, man. It's my bad. All right, we'll leave. You know, that type thing. And so he's in there shooting it. And then I think my wife posted like one time, oh, he misses basketball. So someone hit him up like, yo, we starting the league, boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
So that's how we got in touch with them. And then he already had friends from school. He went there and he had to try out to get on to get on the team. You know, he could go to like practices. Like anyone could pay to go to a practice, but then they'll say, okay, come on.
Got you.
You know, so they did that, and then he had to earn his way. So right now he's on the black team, which is the highest one, but he's still on the bench. He's not starting yet. Sometimes he'll start.
Yeah.
But
He's like on the flow team right now.
Yeah.
6-man?
Well,
No.
He's AM.
He's
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 AM. Right.
Flow team was when we was going to just letting us come to practice.
Sure.
And we had to pay for it too. So I was like, damn, flow team, but I had to pay for shipping.
Right. I gotta pay for shipping.
Like Kelly hooks me up. I be telling him just one set of shoes, bro. No, I got 7. No, I got to pay for shipping, bro. Just one. I'll call you next week.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So your kid's getting good. He might. Are we talking college scholarships?
I mean,
What
I
are
always
we
joke.
talking,
I always joke around that he's going to get drafted to Utah. Okay. So I put that in his head
Why Utah?
just because it's so random. You know how like dope dudes get picked. Utah probably suck when my son's getting drafted number like 7, something like that.
I don't think Utah's even that bad right now. Huh?
Right now they're good.
Man, whatever, bro. Can't like Utah.
8 years
man.
from now.
I can't like Utah, but if my son plays for Utah, I told him I'm back house all day.
So you're paying for it now, but maybe later on you'll get a little reimbursement.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm saving receipts.
Saving receipts.
I'm like, remember them LeBrons? Hook it up.
But it's a basketball skating, so skating's good. I mean, you're down there
Skating's
ripping,
fun.
bro.
Oh,
And I
appreciate
seen
it.
you
Thank
skate in other places too.
Thank
the little
you.
bank to or little QP to curbs and stuff like. You know what I mean? Like you get out, but I always see you down there, always
Yeah.
ripping. You know,
Skating the
Oh,
ledges
appreciate
too?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got sparked up again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I've been seeing the fresh gear you're rocking, bro.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
See that? Man, I don't even know if I can see it. That's why I didn't.
got a little Palace. You can't put the
Yeah.
Palace bucket hat on, but
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the
it's on
headphones backward like this.
It's on the
See,
table.
see, I don't even know how to do all that.
Let's see.
Can I
see,
do
Roger, you
that?
can-
Can that work? Can that work?
As long
Only
as
if
I'm
it
not
fall
gonna be
off.
able to do this. But you see where I'm going with it, though.
Right,
I tried to bring the fly stuff. I look good driving here, though.
There you go.
Yeah, Palace has been hooking your boy up, making me want to jump on ledges again.
There you
and
go.
Flip my board
Yeah.
and jump around.
It's easy to kind of get
see,
stuck
yeah.
into the slappy because it's so fun. It's challenging and it's easy to get stuck.
Yeah.
I've gotten stuck.
and it's skateboarding.
But I've seen
Yeah,
he's doing new stuff. The front nose shove over.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
Twix ledges. Yeah.
that was like a bail, like how I learned tricks. Like I was trying to escape, and it like shoved, and I like understood, and I
yeah.
was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was totally me trying another trick and trying
That's
to
how it
like,
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, like I stuck too much, and then jumped out, and I felt my toe whip it, and I was like, oh wow, I could just
Do that on
try
purpose.
And then when I did, it worked, and I was like, oh shoot. So I don't know.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
And like, yeah, it's
weird.
been seeing you like shooting photos with CU training a lot lately. Like
Yeah.
even the back 180 nose grind just
Yeah.
brought me back right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit looked fresh.
Yeah, that was dope. That was
And the
fun.
umbrellas in the background.
Oh yeah.
Not R.I.P. Beetlejuice. I'm sorry. It just wasn't.
Beetlejuice
the
never
time.
made it in a photo.
Yeah,
But you know,
I actually, going back to the umbrella stuff. I remember skating with CU one time, and he brought it out one time. But he got skin cancer from like being out in the sun so much.
Oh, did he?
So that's why he got taken care of. But he's like, yo, everywhere I go,
Right,
I'm bringing that umbrella. It's
I-
smart,
I
dude.
sunscreen up when I go down there.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
It's crazy. Like, yeah.
Definitely, I'm lathered up.
It's running your eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
How did the whole Palace thing come about?
Crocs. The ones that I have on now. I told him I'm gonna be Palace down to the Crocs. So these right here, these bad boys, I'm a Crocs dude. And so I was like, dude, I DM'd him on Instagram. I was like, bro, I don't know who. I was like, dude, can I get a pair of those Crocs in an 11? And I thought they were gonna put me like on red at the coolest.
Sure.
Like I don't know those guys like that. Like I know, a couple dudes.
They
but
probably get a million DMs.
That's
as well.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right.
Like, yo, I see where your level is. So, whatever. Next thing you know, I got hit back. We started rapping out. One thing led to another. And
And you're looking good driving.
I'm on the nightclub looking good, man. Like looking blessed. You know what I mean? I even actually someone told me like nice Palace stuff. And I was like, wow, and it wasn't even a skater or nothing. So I was like, all right. You know what I mean?
It's transcended
No, it looks
skateboarding.
dope.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm excited and it's dope. And I mess with those guys heavy. And I did before. I think I mentioned them in the first time I was on the nightclub.
They always do
asked
cool
me
shit.
about what
Yeah.
I liked, and I was like, I mess with the Palace videos
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's just really weird how it just kind of came about, and like those dudes, all the support and everything I'm getting from them got me filming.
There you go.
I'm working. I'm
Sometimes
filming.
it just takes a little spark.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Because like I still want to be here.
Right.
Like I still want to be in skateboarding. I still love skateboarding, and I still want to be here.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't feel. And now that I see, like we're talking about curbs and things like that, there's a lot of guys that are, I'll see that for their pro shoe, they're on the curb.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think all obstacles, are open season nowadays.
I think so.
Yeah.
And the same rule applies that's always applied. If it looks good and it's good and it's done well, it's going to be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It used to have to be down a triple set, or maybe it used to have to be the most technical thing.
Right.
But now it's just open. You can do all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
And as
all
long-
relative now. It's
Yeah.
You feel me? And as long as it looks good and it's done well,
I mean, there's so much wacky shit out there too, that we get
Totally.
flooded with. So
which
it's like,
is super fun too.
it's cool. I'm
not.
not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that,
Yeah, like I'm entertained differently.
right.
I'm not motivated by anything.
But you look at
What are you?
Nothing makes me go, dang, I got a 740 big spin.
740.
I don't even know how many times it's spun around, but it should have been a 740. So you go back and try
One extra
one
20
more.
on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Hopefully he might have landed back had
It
to
was on
try
the
it
bank.
again. Yeah,
But I think it's rad because, when we skate down there and we're trying to, get good tricks instead, then you see like Kellen James doing his thing,
My guy.
and he's just
guy.
killing
All
it
those
down
straight
there,
up,
and you're just
dude.
like, dude, this is awesome. Like, we don't have to. It's a curb.
Yeah.
It's this high,
Yeah.
and all these rad things are going on
But see,
with
this
it.
is
Yeah,
what's so
it's
dope
awesome.
about a curb, and kind of goes back to that skating. Like, it takes, like, everything's 360, like, stuff goes back, like,
Right.
retro or whatever, like, you know what I mean? And like, it kind of starts to become, like, what you can do on it, what you want to do on this little curb,
Right.
which is the same as, like, the rail and the big shit. But some of that stuff is, like, like, clout chasing spots. You know what I mean? Like if I do the yakety yak on the rail, like, you know what I'm saying? Or I do the flippity flop over the gap. That one,
Don't talk back.
you know what I mean? They're going to be like, yo, like you did that.
Right.
But then it's like there's skaters that like can just go to a curb or just go like, I never used to watch like, back in the day, I never watched a dude for his spots.
Sure.
Maybe Jerry Fowler.
Okay.
He used to have dope spots.
okay.
He
He
used to
did.
skate dope spots. Other than him, I never really would trip on Jeron skating the spot. I
Right.
tripped on what Jeron was doing.
Yeah.
Even if it was Embarcadero, even if it was the beach, even if it was somewhere, Brooklyn Banks,
Sure.
whatever. Like
It was a trick.
It was like the guy in the trick.
Yeah.
So I was just like him, like go.
Right.
I didn't care. Like, but now it's like, oh, there's Clipper Ledge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Staples.
It's true.
Car wash. You feel me?
No, it's true. It's
totally
true.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if you're the guy doing that stuff on there, then hey, man.
More power to you, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But like, that's why I think not everyone, like people go to those curbs going, oh, I'm about to just go in there and take all the girls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good luck.
Yeah,
And then they walk in and it's and they're just like, oh man.
I mean, that's
Sit
the way
on the wall.
that's the way I felt, you know, like Roger would go down there and I'd be like, oh man, this guy's got rails on his board now. It's a whole thing, you know? And then I think it took me 2 times
And
going
you're
down
thinking
there. I
it's
was
just
like,
a curb.
yeah,
And you get there and you're like, bro, this thing got
it's a whole different, like it's a learning process.
Yeah.
I mean, we came from clicking our tails to not even
It's a
clicking.
social experiment.
It's really bizarre.
I was a little intimidated when I came down there that first time or whatever, and then I went down for like maybe 3 times, and I haven't been back. But but I had a good time, and it got me motivated because that first time I didn't have rails. The second time I went back, had rails, and I really started to enjoy myself. So I saw, you know, the
toughest-
fun out of all the things
Yeah.
that you guys were doing.
The toughest thing about the curb is just the bike path and the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And learning how to deal with it.
Oh, but it's not even learning how to deal with it. I see people go there all the time and they're not even looking, you know? And I've seen bikers, I mean, from the years of skating there, I've seen bikers go over the handlebars because they run into a skateboard. And it's not a pretty fucking picture. So
It's because of the skateboarder not paying attention.
no,
or
it's like
them not paying
if a
attention?
board, you know,
Oh,
shoots
right.
out and
Okay.
they hit it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
We've
fucking
learned to
gnarly.
like wait for those windows.
Yeah.
But then you see other people down there, you're like, yo, dude, like
Wait,
Right.
there's like 80-year-old men and women riding by, you know,
Yeah,
like little
like-
kids.
Yeah.
Like I think, you know, the like super tough skateboarder, I don't care about anybody attitude. We don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't do that over there. Like what's cool is like we like let people walk by.
Yeah.
We're sharing the beach with you. Well, who's gonna get taken out of this scenario? You guys walking over here and riding bikes, or us skateboarders on this particular curb in this particular area?
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
they'll exterminate us real fast.
So I'm like, man, like, please.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys aren't core, like, talking shit. Like, when sometimes we'll get those guys. They'll sit
They'll
there.
come around.
Oh, look at this guy. And his first time there, and he don't know it. We see this fool every day, and he just says, what's up? And it's like, so what?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's like the locals that we say what's up to normally are going to look at us like, oh, these are the older skaters. And then those guys down there, you know, when they go to Venice, it's like, it's free for all.
Sure. Sure.
Completely different kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
It's funny. There are locals who you see walking. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
There's like at least
Handful.
like 2 handfuls of like locals that walk by like, what's up, Mario? What's up, York?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how you doing? How
The
you
old runner guy
Yeah.
with the hat on. He's always saying
The
hi.
guy with the
Bernard?
piece. I didn't
The
even
peace runner guy.
That guy.
That guy? This guy?
Yeah, the heart guy.
Dude.
Runner. But,
He's the best.
we all like do the wave for it. Like
Yeah.
we cheer him on when he
Yeah,
comes by.
he brings
It's
like a positive vibe.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
funny.
I remember he ran by and he didn't have the mask on. And he's like, peace. And I'm just like, I didn't recognize him. And then I'm like, oh, you're peace.
that
Okay,
guy.
yeah, what's up?
Right.
Hey.
Dude, he goes super far up and down the boardwalk,
Yeah.
dude. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And there's a girl I see all the time. She's just pumping. She pumps the whole way.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
totally know.
and I'm like, wow, like no
swerves
pushing, nothing.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that must be a
That is-
workout.
That's a definite workout.
yeah.
But there's a lot of local. It's fun. It's a cool
Yeah,
little
it
place
is.
down there. But
That's what kind of got me, like, starting to, like, not care about skating again, because I always cared about it, but maybe, like, not worrying about new tricks, but being, like, stoked to want to travel down. What can I do?
right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I already could do, like, a regular crooked grind pop over, and I could slappy crook. So it took me a second to build up the courage to not, like, you know, trip on my heels and fall down. And,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And,
Little curb could take you out.
yeah, the curb slams are really rough.
They're
Like,
brutal.
Just because you think it's a curb and not a rail, sacking doesn't know it's hippers.
It's
It's
hippers.
ribs, body shots,
Whiplash.
If you put if you put a limb out, you might pop something. Don't do it. Just take a body shot. It's better. You know what I mean? Have a sore back versus a hurt arm. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because you were at Stoner pretty much majority of the time before that.
Okay, watch. So, I was at Stoner Park, and then after that, I remember like hitting this guy up, and he was doing something else, and he involved me in it. Like, yo, you could come mess with me over here. I'll get you a gig over there. And I was like, perfect, because I was so tired. Like at the time, it was like I was getting hustle money, but I just didn't like. I just was over it because I wanted some like I know next week money coming. I just wanted that
Steady.
instead of like I know on Wednesday I can try to do that.
Gotcha.
And get Thursday cool, but like I just was like, bro. So he hooked it up, and that's what I did for like a while till the pandemic. And I was even in there, and we fought. Like they had me to the end, like, and then it was done. And I remember just chilling, and I wasn't skateboarding at all. Like I probably my setup, that shit, I don't even know. You know, it was like whatever. But I was still looking, and I was still active, like attention wise and everything. But I wasn't doing it. And then I just remember like one day just randomly going to the beach. It was random. I was like thinking no one would be there, and I could just get my like dork on by myself at the beach and be around hella people that don't give a shit about me. You know, like a bunch of just random heads at the beach. So I was like, I won't be lonely like in a parking lot, like
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But then I'm not with everybody, so I
Exactly.
can just eat shit on a tail slide and like who cares? Like,
Right.
like, what happened, York?
Yeah.
Like, where are you at? Like, I'm like, oh,
Where are you at? Where are you at?
where'd you go? What happened? You know what I mean? And then
So this was after Stoner? You would go to Stoner first.
no,
and
I just
I used to see him there like all the time.
Yeah.
no, I would go there a lot.
Yeah.
That's what kept my like
Sanity.
my core training good. I would just do fakey manuals and like nose wheelies, little flip stuff, and then jump on those ledges. They were kind of high for me.
They're high.
So
They're not bad,
I felt like if I could still get on there pretty easy, like I felt like I didn't have the best tricks, but I was like, I'm still in shape. Like if I needed to go there, I could go there.
Right.
Like I felt like, okay.
So then you just started driving past Stoner straight to the beach.
Yeah, just going to the beach. And then that was just like a breakthrough.
Was there a lot of people there when you first went there?
Well, it was weird when I would go there, it was people there, but not really like that. And I don't even, it was just all organic. I couldn't even tell you how, like, it's not like okay, everyone,
Yeah,
bring the umbrellas.
Yeah.
Meet you at 12. Chink.
I got
Like,
Beetlejuice.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just started like,
Yeah,
It takes
for
a while
sure.
to get
it just
to that.
was random. Like,
For sure. And that's a commitment
like
too.
I don't even know how Nate started coming. And
like Mario.
Like Mario takes the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
And like
I remember
Nate
the first day Mario showed up, Mario's like, these things are too slippery. And now he's like,
waxing.
I mean, they are
skating.
slippery.
Yeah.
Okay, Mario skates like 4 of the curves. So front slappy one, ollie over back
train
shoulder
for the next one. Yeah.
grind the next one,
Yeah.
blunt slide the other one, shove it out,
Yeah.
and be
insane.
like, let's refilm it.
And then I see Nate. It's all about the progression too, right?
Okay.
We're all friends sitting around watching each other. Because you see Nate, when he first started, it was like, okay, cool. Like he's doing little crooks
Nate got
and everything.
better and better
and
and
now
better.
he's like switch jub, like
Yo,
5-0,
Nate-
crooked ground, like
Nate's
pop
hurting now.
I'm like,
he
oh,
needs to chill because the curb's getting round.
chill, Nate.
Yeah, he's destroying that place. Nate is killing it.
He
Nate
is.
is like my favorite to watch.
It's fun though.
He'll switch crook half of it to 5-0 half.
But from the very beginning, it's just fun to watch everybody's progression because it's like learning how to skate all over again.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a whole different like style.
And that's another thing. It's progressing.
Yeah.
Even though you think like we look at tricks in like a value of like money, I guess, like, oh man, like nollie hard flip crooks, like that's expensive, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like slappy crooks is like, yeah, I could buy that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can get a couple of those.
It's Santee Alley downtown.
Exactly. But it's still progression.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like someone like Tiago, I don't know if he does wall rides and shit yet, but like in like a little while when he's like over that and he tries to start doing that, it's probably going to be amazing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And it's not, is a wall ride any less of a switchback tail? No, because it's like your progression. If you're starting with the switchback tail, you ride a setup that's kind of tight and small and good for that tech setup. So you go in to do some hash thing, it might not work well. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's like you are progressing. So I always looked at it like that, even though people was like, oh, you slappy and did it. I'm like, bro, I've never done a switch crook front shove till I slappy.
Yeah.
I've never done none of these tricks, which would be ideal on a like bar.
Oh my God.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
But I learned them.
But
now.
all into that, it'd be even harder.
You know what I mean? And I don't have a spot to ollie into like this. Like I'm taking advantage of the places I'm skating.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And we're all focused on the curb.
Yeah.
If we were all focused on the gap, it'd be like in the 90s when everyone did a trick over the gap and then went to the ledge.
Yeah.
And that was what the focus
Yeah.
was on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny back then. Everyone just skated the ledge and the gap,
Yeah.
and over the block.
Because it used to be
Grass.
grass right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So that curb wasn't even really looked at like that.
It was only bike path side curb.
It was like right after like Tim and Henry's came out, then it was just like, yeah, no more curbs. You know, like it was had that hot thing for a second, and then, like it kind of got forgot. Then
Yeah, no one
we
really
skated the
fucking-
See,
ledges.
that's another thing about why that was meant to be the Tim and Henry, because Tim and Henry came out and everyone was blown away from it by it. You know what I mean? And skating progressed right after that. So it's if it would have came out while people was doing that on like ledges, they would have been like, man, it would have been like
It came out
Yeah.
perfect time.
like how people looked at H Street,
Yeah.
like, oh, that's like a little bit old. You
Right.
know?
Sure.
People watch H Street videos and was like, oh, his part was sick and him, but this is like kind of dated. Like, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
skating's
yeah.
like that.
It's progressing.
You
It's
gotta-
progressing.
It is. And back then it was real, you know, from boards to shoes. Your footage, you're still wearing the Airwalks. This fool got cut pants and Pumas. Come on, man. You're hating on that. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know. you feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
We do have, I mean, I want to just play a couple clips here because, I mean, speaking of curbs, I want to throw it back though. I want to throw it back. Can we watch
Way
a couple
back.
clips?
yeah. It's like watch some
got
old
this
York
is
Some,
clips.
this is some throwback right here, bro.
Am I
this is,
talking in it?
this is Walt
just-
right
Am I,
here.
are my children going to be? Oh, yeah. That's,
Like, that's a curb.
I'm in Airwalks right there.
Are those the Jason Lee ones? Or no?
No. But I have
The
a Mark
Saris.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, those look
I have
like
a Mark
Saris.
Gonzalez blind shirt where he has the making fun of Pound. Yeah, cut off pants. Look at that. Look at my wheels.
Small as
I
fuck.
know.
Those are like 40,
Switch nollie heel flip
45s.
right there. You saw that?
Was this, what video was this in? Was this in,
FTC
Yeah,
maybe?
FTC?
Was it the FTC video?
I don't know. That was FTC times because I had
Yeah,
dope
definitely.
hair back then. Look at that.
Damn, I can't recall if it
A
was.
front 180 heel flip.
I think that was like, was that kickflip or was that
It was
front
a
heel?
heel.
Or,
heel? Yeah.
really?
Yeah, man. I had to keep up with all these good ass dudes I knew.
I like it because, and we'll see it as
It
all,
was hard.
we'll see it as these clips progress. But
Oh my
dude, you
gosh.
did a lot of lines. Like you were the line. You know, you
Okay,
did singles
so-
and stuff,
so-
but you really were heavy on, which I love.
And you're hauling ass too.
Yeah.
Well, the lines to me was easier because everyone I knew was so good. They could do like these single. I'm like,
Sure.
bro, I can't do nothing. What am my little kick? What's that little 180 heel flip going to do? But I can put it in a line. What's that little 5-0 going to do? Nothing. I can put it in a line. What's this little 180 flip? Nothing. I can put it in a line. I put it all together.
Put it
I got
all
a line
together.
now.
Right.
Everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I've kind of figured out my way I
Figured it.
can skate.
Sure. No, I love it, man.
Like,
I love all the lines.
It
I think
just-
we're lacking a lot of lines these days.
Totally.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get filming, you know.
We got a lot of stuntman skateboarding these days.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
fine.
With Nothing wrong with that. Not
But
it's
which-
a little different.
Did you like skating that side better or the up top? 'Cause
Oh no, this side.
Yeah.
I never was good at like flipping over stuff, like the way that these guys were. Like when these guys would come, I would sit and watch and just be amazed. I'd be like, he just switched heel flip that so easy, like, you know. Oh, this line.
Brown marble.
This was freestyle line. I didn't know what I was doing.
It's recording, right?
Yep.
Okay, watch this frontside flip though. I'm proud of this.
Down the, what was that, 2.5?
I don't care. I don't care about the stair count. The way I did the trick.
You were comfortable though.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was gonna do. You know,
Why were you freestyling it? What do you mean? You were just kind of.
That's how we used to film. Like I remember.
Just follow me. Yeah.
I remember we were skating the bump earlier. That's up the block from there, and I got a trick there, and I was like, all right, let's go down and film a line. And it was just like,
Which bump? The bump off the.
if
The
you
bump that
notice,
goes down.
Aaron isn't even filming me at first because the camera's up,
Yeah, it was
and
all-
then he
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
down. It goes. I mean, whoever filmed it. Aaron knows that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was that black
See?
marble or brown marble?
That's Black
Brown.
Rock.
Black. Okay.
Black Rock.
Black rock. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's Black Rock. So, and back then we would get kind of booted, so you had to hurry up.
Yeah, to get your
know.
shit.
So I don't know. And this was like we would just, it's like, I'm with everyone, like Carl. They're probably all back there, you know, waiting where I started at.
Right.
Like once I bail, and he'll go back, and then
Shamil,
Carl will go,
and
and then
yeah,
Shamil will
yeah.
go. This is like, those times. You know, Carol. This was the same day I think Carol did his FTC with the hat when he goes all the way
So
down.
sick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like following them down the hill, like as he's doing the line.
Amazing.
That's the best shit. I remember
Right?
that. Like, yeah.
Oh, I
Everybody
had
celebrating your little line
yeah.
after you finish.
Don Brown sent me those. Those are like raps.
And these raps.
Yeah, those are Eddie's raps with the E with the star in the back. Yep, he used to hook it up.
He has to hook it up heavy, bro.
They got like big boxes and stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, for back then too, and we weren't really like, dude.
Bro, what about this, dude?
Oh, that's- Where'd you get that thing? Oh my gosh.
Kickflip from
like-
Blunt, man.
Night
I don't know
skating
who
with the
that little
homies.
guy is.
With the car lights.
That was LA.
The car
that.
lights.
Yeah, that's the one where Tim and Day One
Day
was
One,
Hey,
skating.
I
yeah.
wasn't the only one skating that. I was in the mix of everyone, I
Dude,
think.
Tim did a kick from back nose blunt slide on that, bro.
No, dude. Shoot.
Damn, huh?
Hey, I'm skating curbs, dude.
Where was that?
I have no idea.
That's in I'd say Delamo area.
Yeah,
Delamo,
yeah,
right.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Because that was like
Mall.
kind of close to Lawndale, which where
Oh
the World Park was.
This is like back when you would try to just do something new.
Right.
Like you never seen no one do it. You just try it and like, oh
It
wow,
works out.
it's like
Did it.
you know. And this is like world days. I'm probably trying to super impress Rodney Mullen, and I'm skating with all these guys. So I'm like, bro, I'm thinking to myself, you better do something. Your nose like crook ain't gonna cut it, bro.
Who were you riding for at that point?
Dude, I was on World.
Oh, okay.
And look my board, blank.
Yeah.
Blank board and a white tee. Look, you know I'm on World.
Got the
right?
uniform.
Was because we were watching the footage before.
cut shoes. I think
Oh,
I got
yeah.
the cut joints.
Because we were looking at all this footage before, and there was a part. Were you supposed to be in Love Child? Was that the plan?
Yes, and then Javante ended up getting all that footage, so he ended up getting in there. But I slam in it.
Wait, what do you mean? You
Javante didn't have any clips
Okay.
for Love Child,
right?
and then they had me in that section.
Oh, okay.
And then Javante went to LA and basically took Sock's board and did half those manual tricks
Oh shit.
on the filmer's board and got clips and then made it. And so I got out of there. And then, I slammed it.
They pushed his clips out.
They pushed your clips out.
Because that was supposed to be Javante's part in the beginning.
Oh,
So it was never my part.
Oh,
I was okay.
You were on the film
Javante
area?
was supposed to be right here. He never brought clips. They were like, "What are we gonna do? Why don't we just put Mike's stuff in there?
Okay.
and introduce him? Fine." And then Javante got clips and said, "Okay, we'll put it."
Okay.
So it wasn't.
So they
like-
were going to save your stuff for something
I
else.
wasn't nobody to be. It wasn't like that. It was more
Gotcha.
like, oh, well, he has clips.
Right,
and we have
right,
this.
right.
And I guess they made the video like they had to have that much space or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
Had a
couldn't they
little
just
space
go,
carved out. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
could you just chop that?
Make
But
the video a couple more minutes longer. You know,
yeah.
right?
It was. I was more happy about just doing all of it.
Sure.
Like because anything I filmed, I was with the group. So
Right.
it was like I just wanted to be with the group. Oh, he got a line, he got a trick, he got this. I just wanted to get
Yeah.
something too. Like,
For
that's
sure.
all it was. And I'm with those guys. And we're all going to the bank to bench school. We're all going to get bank to bench tricks. You know?
Yeah.
It's like back in the day, you could watch a video and know who skated with each other at that session.
Totally.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, York, Costin, and Do was at,
Yeah.
and Tony was at the bank to bench that day on the mouse video. Okay, we can,
Totally.
you know, the line of Chico. Okay, or you know this, or like you see like you know what is the manual at the at Santa Monica.
The courthouse or the
little-
little the beach man.
Yeah.
Kelly
Like,
does
he
all
was
the
there
time.
that night.
You
is
knew
tiny.
when the session went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. EMB footy.
The best.
Oh, a nollie flip. Wow. And I have on, oh, those shoes are dope. Sal's. Oh,
Yep.
the first time Sal's.
Oh, those like the Etnies ones?
Yeah, with the
23s.
23 on.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's when
And
fucking
the-
EMB was so fun.
Okay, all that wood was the first time they were going to make the ice skating rink.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we were getting our last. That's when the cops weren't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm riding a Solomon board.
Yeah, that's Rocket Queen.
Oh,
No, he had a board like it was like
real board.
it was like a blue devil or blue angel board and like a red
Oh,
pink
yeah.
devil.
Yeah, two
yeah,
boards.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
The
saying?
Everslick. Was there an Everslick one?
Is it good and evil?
No, yeah, like something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm riding a blue one. And I remember you could deluxe boards. You could put them in the water.
You
and,
can
like,
wash it off.
Yeah, you
No
wash
way.
the graphic
Yeah.
right off.
That's
It was
what
water soluble
So,
ink.
Yeah.
That's why everyone
shit.
like
Yeah.
stop with the blank boards and white tees and that's all.
I wonder if it was I
did.
was on Real at this time, at this point. Because we was on Real together for a hot second.
No, you know what? I'm mistaken.
So that
'Cause I
ain't
just
Real.
saw my shirt. No, this is already girl days.
Oh, is
Girl
it?
chocolate, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Wait,
I'm
what
wearing a
shirt is that?
GSU shirt, I think.
I can't even see.
I can't see that.
That wasn't a toe drag at all.
I was looking at the shirt. I was looking at the shirt.
Yeah.
Let's see the graphic. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got.
is this?
It might be a
It's almost
Chevy.
be like
Could be
right
the
there.
Costin.
I'm
You know
telling
what? It
you,
almost is a GSU.
that's a GSU shirt, and I want to say I'm
Was it
riding a
graphic?
Chevy.
Was it that big? The graphic for that shirt?
Let me see. Flip that board. Let's see what this with the picture. It might be that Chevy board. It is. It's the Chevy with the little.
Which one is that?
What are the little? It was colored blue, light blue, and it had the little chicks on it. You know what I'm saying?
That board looks white.
Man,
It looks like a strawberry on the end of it.
that's probably a sticker.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't tell, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to lift that front leg a little bit more.
We were talking about this in the green room.
It would have made my nollie flip better. See, it was late.
Still buttery though.
Yeah,
I'll
nonetheless.
take it.
Oh, it was still
Nollie
buttery.
flipped down 3 stairs back then.
Shoot, I did it at Embarcadero when it still had the ledges.
In a line.
So it's dated.
We were talking about this in the green room. Was it last night? And we were wondering like certain ways the bricks went. Was it better to go like they went one angle
Totally.
one way?
Totally.
So like
That's why we always shot that way.
This
and never
way,
that
right.
oh okay okay.
Yep. And then the big ledge had rough bricks. And the stage had rough bricks because if the stage didn't have rough bricks, that would have been waxed and people would have been skating that.
So you skate a brick
The bricks were crazy.
vertically
Yeah,
or like
it was a lot easier to go that way.
Oh, look at the
that's a
shirt
good
though.
spot.
dude,
I
that's
still
kinda
do them
sick.
like that, dude. 270 pivot.
So
270.
sick.
I'm riding a Mike Carroll Everslick board, I think, right here.
You see where, is
Oh,
Like the Nevermind one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Plan B one.
Yeah.
that a collared shirt too?
Oh yeah, for sure. Miller's Outpost.
Yeah.
Hang
Hell
10?
yeah.
Yeah, something like that, and some big ass pants, and some. And
What are those
some,
Enigmas? You got Airwalks?
Yeah, I got Airwalks
Yeah.
on. They were still hot.
Yeah.
With
the back lip.
Whoa.
damn.
Were you planning to keep going after the big flip down the stairs?
That was a long ass
You
line.
freestyle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it took me to get there.
Because I feel like you would just have this line
That
kind of
was
like,
pep-
oh,
that-
I'm going to
that
do
right-
this.
That's Pebble Tech, not to cut you off. That's
Pebble
Pebble
Tech.
Tech.
Yeah,
right there.
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
that's-
That's Pebble Tech. Okay. San Francisco, then they started doing it in pools.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's EMB in
Years
the pools,
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Airrock pluses.
No,
Are
those
that,
were
is that
the
what those?
Enigmas.
Yeah, I think they were the Enigmas.
Those
Were they
were
Enigmas?
Those were the green and tan ones.
Olive one, or is it?
Olive,
yeah.
like with the black
Buttery
laces.
ones.
And then I always would try an ollie heel. for
What
my
was that
favorite.
ledge right there? Was this like was that metal on
The
it?
artist
Yeah.
made that whole contraption that I never even looked at how janky it is. And there's a bucket.
I know,
I don't
what is
even
this?
remember that blue thing. But he put coping on the curb.
Oh.
And he was like, this for the skaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I seen like Henry Sanchez had a
Henry,
couple
yeah.
clips on there.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was EMB.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I'd never been there.
Yeah,
I just thought it was
yeah.
just a random little
That
ledge.
thing was super fun. We skated it all the
It
time.
really was.
It was a sick little spot.
Was that the one you did the fakie 5-0 fakie flip?
That's what he did. Yeah, he made that shit up.
Yeah,
was on-
seriously.
Made up a lot of
He
shit.
made up shit on a whim at that day. Just he'd be doing like some random shit. Can't we just? What the fuck did you just do right there?
Always.
But he was
Three or
like,
four things. Like,
and he would film all of it, or would he just do it randomly off camera too?
I think
Dude, a lot of stuff was off
right there.
camera.
Oh, wow.
A lot of stuff. Like people, like a lot. Like,
just the progression was so gnarly, dude. And there was not always a filmer around.
Yeah.
and they didn't care. Like I remember watching him ollie over that gap at Embarcadero to nose blunt slide with no filmer or nothing.
Oh, the
Oh,
fountain gap?
over that.
Yeah, like
what?
Wow.
you know. So
Crazy.
I've definitely seen some stuff, and I remember him getting into like impossible nose blunt slides on like the curb, the three, and, like not filming it, just trying it.
Right.
Like,
Wow.
That
That's
long
all
ago.
everyone did. I watched Carol do that. That's why I think half the time these fools be stressing so hard in those videos because they already landed it.
Totally.
Okay,
They're
sure.
like, bro, I can't do it on film. And it's just, oh, he's a baby. It's like, no, he did that the other day on Wednesday. Just like,
Like it was nothing.
But what was rad about EMB, there was always a respect level. You know, like I remember going there and then people would be like, hey, can I try that with you? You know what I mean? Let's see me
dude,
try
I
some
love
different
that.
shit.
That's my
You know what I
favorite.
mean? That was the best shit ever.
Oh,
And I'd
can
be
I?
like,
You try that
Try the same
trick
trick.
with
they want to
you?
try it with you while you're trying
The same trick.
The same trick. And I mean, at
Interesting.
least you're asking me to do so. But then
Right.
when they do that shit before you, you're like, dude, what the fuck?
yeah, right.
did that on
bro.
purpose in my
Yeah.
setup.
But that shit never would really happen when I was skating.
But it
So-
can also fire you up too.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Like, they want to get down and try this shit.
Yeah.
Plus,
Oh,
it's a
man.
homie thing. It's not really like you're out there filming it, right?
Right.
It's just like
or back in
you're
the
out
day when
skating.
you're at a
Yeah,
demo,
we're just skating.
Skates,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, when you're at a demo and that dude, you're trying to switch heel flip and that fool start trying it and the crowd's like, yeah, and you're just like, oh my God.
Oh man.
Like this fool skates here all the time. He knows
Yeah.
every nook and cranny of this
Oh, the little
place.
local
Yeah.
hero.
And I got to switch heel flip on this thing. I got to really do this.
Hometown heroes.
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
They're almost at every demo. Seems like back in the day.
yeah.
For
For
sure.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. Now this, I mean, we have clip upon clip. Pier 7,
no.
Pier 7.
Oh, goodness.
You don't like Pier? You want to skip all the
I'm
Pier
joking,
7?
I'm joking.
We'll skip
This is the Mike
everything.
York I grew up watching right
This
here.
is, I mean, this is the spot we were talking about.
No, Pier 7 was fun, man. I mean,
Well, we were talking about the other
Love
night
that
because
spot.
we were like, oh, what was your favorite spot in SF? Was it?
yeah.
And like, of course, it's like EMB and this and that, but I never went to EMB. So Pier 7 was my favorite out of San Francisco, you know? And plus, I'd watch all you guys skate there.
Pier
Spot
7 is
spot
fun.
check.
But you had like lines, again, lines for days, dude.
Okay, this was just us filming. I was really into corduroys back then.
I
Look at my
still,
cords. Look,
I'm wearing cords
those
right
were-
now.
Those, yeah, the cord.
Got corduroy
joints.
hats.
Yeah,
Love
man.
corduroy.
All this. Okay, back then it would be like learn one trick and then throw it in line. So I had learned that switch nose grind 180 thing, and I probably would film like a bunch of them, and then you're like, okay, I like that one. That's all we had to do. I didn't have no responsibility except skateboard.
Go
man.
skate.
What was up with the metal edges on there?
I think
Did somebody go and put those on or what?
I believe whoever made okay, so supposedly those ledges and Pier 7 are completely different, separate entities
Oh.
that made this.
Oh, interesting.
Pier 7 is a gray area. It's a pier. They don't really have, but this artist from that, I guess, line out made these ledges with the lights, and that's a different person or entity or something like that. I don't
Okay.
know. And they decided to work with the skaters and put the metal on.
Gotcha.
But of course, it fell off because they put glue and
Right,
didn't really
right,
do
right.
anything.
Oh,
so, you
yeah.
know, and we didn't stop skating it. we just kept going.
Sure.
Then they knobbed it, and then we didn't stop skating it.
So that switch with front nose right there, was that like
Never did it in my life. Never had a
Learned it that
plan.
day?
This wasn't no scripted line. Never back five. I didn't even know. I was just trying that, and I made it, and you could see the excitement in my face right here. I'm like, oh, I got this. and I go for the two safest tricks in my bag right here. I do that, boom,
Tray
easy,
flip.
and then I push. I don't even go fast, and I back 5-0, done.
Done.
I didn't try. No, I didn't gamble right there. I said
that.
I didn't gamble it.
that's the signature tray flip that you got though,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
You got a
it's
good one.
Definitely signature tray flip.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm still whipping them around. It's dope.
When I saw you the other day, I was like, yo, Mike, you looked at me, you put your board down right away,
yeah,
didn't tray
for
flip.
sure.
I was like, yeah.
If I see Kelly out in the wild with a skateboard, I got a tray flip. For sure. I
love
the
it.
tray flip. Fool. You ever seen this?
I learned it from you, man.
You know, yeah, man, you took that thing.
You got a bunch of shove it variation. Big
Okay,
spin.
wow.
I was
yeah.
psyched on those. The switch, big spin front nose.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
gnarly right
I was
there.
hoping that would have been my, like, people would have been closing on me on that, and they whipped by so quick. I said, "Oh man,
Isn't that funny?
I
that-
thought
that
those
happens.
that was probably the hardest thing I did in my whole part for me.
With the
That was
straight?
gnarly,
The
the front
straight,
shove?
both of them. I feel like the straight would be super hard.
I mean, switch.
I just couldn't get it. I don't know. And
That-
then
that's a rare
That
one
was
too.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that front shove or switch front shove?
front shove
Front
nose
shove,
slide
yeah.
because I can't hard flip front nose slide, and I was watching Stevie, and I just said, "Man, I'll just do the budget version."
No, that shit is dope,
hard.
dude.
That's
No one
hard.
does that. So to this day, I never see anyone doing
I
that.
just did the budget version of Stevie Williams right there. Because back then he was like on Fit or whatever, and he
Okay.
was doing hard flip fucking nose slides, and I would be like, "Oh my god!"
I mean,
Now that was the tape he was filming, and it ended up being on
You
chocolate.
feel me?
Yeah.
right.
But he was already doing that stuff. Like he already could easily like hard flip manual up that ledge like back then. You know.
Damn, that was
Yeah.
sick.
And I remember me and Rob Welsh would skate a lot during this time, like just trying stuff. Just what about this? Talking and it'd be fun. I liked skating with Rob.
And Henry would come around. I mean, I don't know what that era was like, but he fucked those ledges up too, man.
Oh yeah, Henry was a beast. Everyone, it was crazy.
At that time.
I didn't even like trip on how many amazing skateboarders I was around daily, and I didn't even like think about it.
Yeah. Well, your friends.
Yeah, they're your friends, but it's like when I watch this, it's like full. Everybody got down there, like there
like
it is.
Carl
There it is.
Watson, all those.
There it is.
Marcus McBride.
See
fucked
my
that
foot?
up.
I'm not. I didn't bail. See my foot? I swear. Everyone's like, "Oh, you bailed it." Hey, tell me I bailed it. Go play it.
No, you did that perfect,
How do you
dude.
bail? What do you mean, bail?
I don't know. Sometimes I either get appreciation for the back foot or
Oh,
wait, for the back?
Like, oh, that's a
yeah, they
bail.
try to say
Ah, you're pushing it around.
Right there?
Yeah, they're like you're not on the board.
I don't know.
So I either get
who's telling you that. You
It's
got to block. You
mayonnaise.
got to block them.
it's mayonnaise. You either like it or you don't.
Jesus. I mean, to me, that is like how you do it.
That's how you push it right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
You kidding me?
And not everyone can do it like
Well,
that.
because you had a
either.
photo of that, right?
Yeah,
Was it the?
I just did that trick the other day.
You did
It
at the
felt-
beach.
It felt good too. I ate shit doing it too.
Well, that's rounded. I mean, that was a little rounded too,
definitely
but not
rounded
as
too,
much
yeah.
as a beach.
Did you go to straight on that one or
Yeah,
fake?
same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah, I actually can't 180 nose grind without doing that backside ones.
Oh, really? Wow.
Like even if I try land fakie, I land off looking that way, and it's just terrible. So I just
It's like a front nose. You think of it like a front nose a little bit more.
I don't know. I can like you kind of dig with the front, like with your toe in it, and it just like works.
Well, to be honest, too, when you do the front nose slides, your foot's like that still.
Yeah.
You still push it super hard like that. And
Yeah, and I never knew I did that until people talked about it because I don't see it because I'm
Right,
looking
right.
at my front foot that's on the
Just
nose.
rolling away.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
There's one
Push
you
your back
do. I don't know if you have that clip on here, but you do. You guys would skate it in Chocolate Tour. It was like two tall edges. It might have been on like Sunset or Melrose.
Down the hill?
Yeah, like you front nose and Ollie 180 switch nose
Yeah.
slide. That was the first one. I was
That
like,
was skating with
whoa.
Keenan.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
like Keenan was already like destroying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me and him, I remember I was like, I'm not gonna switch crooks here. Because I seen Keenan had that line, but I wanted to so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing, but I was like, this is a perfect switch crook. You know what I mean?
He got it.
Yeah.
And then Keenan had that line, and I was like, all right, so if you watch that line, I switched no slide.
Yeah.
Just so I could, because it had that flow to it, and we both skated that way, so.
Why were you lighting up the Pier 7 if you had it right there in your back pocket? Was it a skate thing, like a trip or something?
To be different. To be different. And the homie told me, and he goes, man, we're going to light up the pier. And I was like, damn, that's not a bad idea. All right. And I just went out.
Sick.
And if you notice, like I'm skating up I never skate up it.
Right.
Because everyone I skate with can like nollie 180 heel manual. And I'm like, nose wheeling.
For sure. But it's not about that.
So I went at night and did my,
You went at night.
Did your thing.
you know, whatever. And then actually that nose wheelie, shove it nose wheelie was when the skateboard game was out, and I used to press forward too much, and I would do that trick on the skate game.
Oh, really?
And I was like, bro, I need to really do that.
You did
Like, I'd
doing
be
it in the
Muska.
game.
I'd be like Muska, like nose grinding some ledge, and I'd be like forward or whatever, and it'd go shove it nose grinding again. I'm like, that was dope. I would do that at fucking the pier, man. So that's how I learned that trick.
That's
And
funny.
then this one too. Ooh,
Yeah.
with the electrical box.
yeah.
What is up with that?
You know, man.
I know.
I don't
but-
even know. Like, I didn't even know I spun around till I watched the video. I was watching, everyone's laughing. I'm like, did I really do that? Or did
Your
guys
last
make
trick?
that? Yeah, like I don't remember doing any. I don't know, man. I just
You be in the
wild.
zone, yeah.
Yeah, just be having fun.
Oh, right.
This, like when I saw this in the video, I was like, everyone's like, yeah, that was sick, and I was like, I don't remember doing that.
Dude, but look at your face. You're so mad, though.
Of course, look.
Do the wind up.
Of course. Why would?
Look at that.
How
wanted to drop
obvious
kick
is
the
that?
kid.
How obvious is that?
Oh,
I'm
my
skating the
God.
manual. It's just us there. It's just
So,
like you
that's
and
amazing.
me and like a couple other people. There's a bunch of Pier 7 to skate. You could be anywhere, and you see me trying to film. I probably already fell down and probably already yelled and said bad words and stuff and kicked my skateboard around. And then I went to go, and you were right there. Yeah.
right there.
I don't know. I just got the
goodness,
piece.
so
And if you notice, I don't have one clip on that manual with
Going that
with
way?
those clothes on. Because I
You
probably
didn't get the trick.
Oh heck no! Look, it was already off.
Do you remember what you were trying? No.
Dude, his mouth tightened up so quick.
Oh,
right
dude,
here.
right. Look.
Like,
Like, dude, look at the wind up.
because that could have been a punch. You feel me? And it would have been that. It would have spun him around like some anime. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I figured that. Look at that part. Oh,
But you can't. You face the camera like perfectly.
Dude, it was like meant to be.
yeah. And then I don't know where the thought of like the.
Probably like,
calm
please,
down.
Lord,
See,
Keep these
let me
motherfuckers
get
out of my way.
let me get my clip.
This is when I need my sad rag.
I love that
So,
though.
Hard.
But it's one of those things that you don't remember doing, but it turns
I had-
into kind of an
I had
iconic.
Gavin's
moment.
on.
Yeah.
Great Gavin's.
It turns into
Sorry,
kind
I
of.
keep looking at my gear, and I love those girl jeans. Those were good ones.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if that kid still skates.
he does. He's cool. I think he's hit me up one time. I think I'm the dude in your video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, sick," and he was like, "That was hilarious." I'm like, "I love you." Like,
Right.
whatever.
That's amazing he
Hey, my
hit you
part
up.
didn't need that clip. Like, we're not missing anything.
But it was impactful.
Oh,
But
people
it's-
love it.
it's-
I
that-
loved
that's
it.
It's so memorable.
It
though.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I came from like loving like Neil Blender, Lance Mountain, all the fun skaters that did weird other stuff and just was dorky and just I don't know.
But the thing is like
know.
every skateboarder can relate to that.
yeah, you
Right
know.
there. Every
You know why
skateboarder
I'm-
can relate to
you
somebody
know why
getting
I
in
was-
your way, whether it's a skater or not.
And you were kind of like
And we wanted to do
more
this.
focused on like, and when you're filming, it's like all of a sudden
You could have easily-
slide's super important.
You could have easily freaked out on that kid and ruined his like life. or just did that and
Right.
Yeah, and had him hit me up later and go, "You're fucking hilarious."
Right.
And I'm like, "Thanks."
And it's not like those things never did happen. Motherfuckers did stress out on kids that
Of
did
course,
that shit.
of course.
I remember some funny shit at EMB. Motherfuckers would be just yelling at people. Like, why are you in the way?
I'm
Like,
sure
yelling
plenty of kids
crazy,
quit
bruh.
skateboarding because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just getting
sure.
vibed out.
I just remember EMB had just nicknames for people. There was this handsome dude, and they called him. What they call him?
The names are the best.
Right.
Dude. The names are the best.
They called
bro.
him George Michael. That's what they called him. He's like, damn, handsome ass dude, George Michael. And I'm like, damn, you just diss people even if it's a compliment. Right. Like, you're handsome. You're George Michael. And you're like, oh, bummed.
Hey, what about this, man?
Kid shit.
Oh, more?
Yeah. What's
Oh,
up with the
gosh.
double tray flip?
Oh, double tray flip was just on purpose. That was on purpose.
Yeah, why not?
And to be honest with you, I do the rail side grind. I do another tray flip, but I didn't put it in.
You didn't put it in?
Nah, because I just like right here, and then sure enough, I pushed for another one. And
I love it.
No, I did that on purpose. I don't know. I just wanted to super like. This was a weird time in skating, where it was like weird rules and like I don't know, it was cool guy. Like I don't know what I was like. Man, I'm gonna go so against everything without saying anything, and I'm just gonna do this.
Two tray flip.
It's never been taboo, but
Right.
it's never been like done. And I was like, I think it'll be fun and silly. Let's just do it. I didn't think anyone would really even give a shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so, yeah, I did that. And then once I started seeing people doing the 48 tray flips in a row and then people atting me, you did it first. And I'm like, huh, what I do? What?
Right.
I'm like, bro, it's just because I didn't have a nollie tray flip. I don't know.
I thought it was either you didn't like the first one, so you did another one, or you just did it on purpose.
No, I did it on purpose.
Right.
That was on purpose.
Is that Chocolate Day still right there? Or
No,
way after?
but I was probably riding a chocolate board. But I was on Action. That was Action Days. Those were some Action shoes right there.
Turf?
Nah, I was riding a chocolate board.
I could tell by the veneer on the board.
yeah, the
for
red-
That
some-
was,
red-
that was-
yeah.
like I was getting boards from those guys. I think I can always get a board or two from those guys. You know
I'm
what I
sure.
mean?
that's the
Yeah.
case.
So I think back then I didn't have anything, and I was like, all right, hook it up. See, all the buttons fell off my shirt. I only had one button. Yeah, it's a
Dude,
chocolate
look at-
board.
Damn, dude, it's so sick
Chocolate
though.
board, I remember. Yeah. Oh, look at those jeans. They have like little rips in them. I used to call those my Terry Kennedys. when I had the jeans with the little things
rips
in
in
them,
'em.
I feel like, oh, I got my Terry Kennedys on, just because he would always wear that kind of stuff.
Stress stuff.
Yeah, you feel me? I think those are some hundreds. It's so funny how I'm talking about all the clothes, but that's how I can date. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
like
yeah.
it.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
You know, this was super tight pants days, and I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. Like, you know, I did though, but you know,
Tighter, but not
Tighter.
tight.
Right.
Yeah.
Not extreme.
Yeah.
Not extreme. This one, you probably still, and I don't think we have the audio, but you still probably get hit up for this, the Shifty, because I'm in the city.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I could imagine.
And look at my little ass jersey and my big ass shirt. Hey, my leg was so messed up. I can't believe I was even doing this. I shouldn't
At the
even have
time,
been there.
really? Because
I shouldn't have been there.
This
bro.
was Hot Chocolate Tour, and I was there when you were doing that. Where was I? I was maybe over in the back there waiting.
I don't think I was like physically ready to be on a chocolate
There it
tour.
was right there.
You feel me? Yeah, Shifty, I'm in the city. That's a Tommy Guerrero reference. Like, because he was in, you know, how he's just cruising around. Like, I don't know, man.
This is after you hurt your leg on that tour.
You reheard it.
Oh,
right?
you
I reheard it on
Oh.
the tour. It was my first sprain. I never had sprained it before. And then I had like 50 sprains, and then I just started figuring it out. So,
Okay.
my knee's weird.
Yeah, I was
I
unfortunate.
have like two different legs. like,
Yeah, left one and a right
like
one.
my right leg is like just arthritis. Arthritis. This dude,
Arthritis. Okay.
this stiff ass dude lives in there. And then my other leg is just chilling. That's mine. But But arthritis owns my right leg, so I have to ask him if I can go skating.
Right,
So
Arthur.
if not, I have to
Is he paying rent?
Yeah, no, not at all. If anything, I'm buying him medicine and creams and stuff.
Goodness.
It's funny because I mean, literally, Spike just like mic'd you up, and that it turned into a thing.
Right.
You know, people still reference it to this day.
Oh yeah.
I think that's
He
amazing.
knew who to get
Oh,
on, who to throw the mic on.
Absolutely.
He like, York gonna talk that gang.
Yeah.
And it wasn't hard to get me to get sparked because I would always, obviously, if I'm like happy in a position where I'm with my friends, we skating and all that, yeah, I'm gonna be in my best mood. Like, you know what I mean? Probably got some per diem in my pocket. I'm loving this. You know, and I just came off of being like hurt, like knee surgery. So it's like, I'm like dreaming of this. Like,
Yeah. How long after the knee surgery did this tour happen?
oh, like kind of fast. Like I
Really?
was still rehabbing, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
And you just
And I was I should have been home.
Oh,
But then it would have sucked because then like what 3 months would have passed, and then I would have missed tour.
right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I got hurt on this trip,
Yeah.
and Rick was like, "Do you want to come back and just
After
hang out?"
right, I remember that.
And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Sit at home or be
Right.
with my dudes?
Yeah.
And,
Because
like,
you got hurt, you flew home,
I took out an MRI.
got an MRI, and
They
then came
said-
back.
They said you're good. You sprained it.
Right.
And I was like, all right. And I called Rick to tell him, and I was like, gonna be like, have fun.
Right.
And he's like, you want to come back? And I was like, for real?
that's tight.
We
So
have
that
the
was
we have the
really
clip
good.
if you don't want if
That's
you don't
dope.
mind watching it.
What, the scrub of the
Yeah.
leg? Don't watch that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. That's
We
why I
ain't trying to-
asked.
He's like, we ain't trying to relive that.
No,
That's why I asked.
no, but it's not because of the knee. Because I don't like that Warrior jersey I'm wearing. No, that was a 23. That was a Jason Richardson
The
Warriors
Jason.
jersey, bro. You know, way before they was winning. You feel me? I had to.
That's the dedication
You know
right
what I'm
there.
saying? I was always down for those guys. No, yeah, the knee things, that sucked.
Yeah.
It's also pretty frustrating when you hurt on trick you know you're good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the most frustrating thing.
That's
at
what
the
made
end.
me sad because I went, man, I was like, shoot, if this is how it is, bro, I don't know. I better start filming or drawing or something.
Or making shit.
feel like something. Hey,
Or making shit.
yeah.
What is this? What was that, Raj?
Gotta display him somehow.
I don't know.
You
gotta-
made this?
Yeah,
Dude, can we talk about this real quick? What, can we talk? You got one right there behind you
I forgot all
too.
about that one, dude.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
This one is tight.
You don't like this guy?
No, I like them. I forgot about them.
Oh, yeah.
They're
so
like
rad.
they're doodles, man. They're like They're my doodles, and then I make you get one. That's it. I don't have another one like that.
This is a original doodle.
Yeah, that
Does
one
it have a
doesn't-
name?
That one doesn't even have a Schmatta Monster tag on it. I got fancy after a while.
You got? What do you mean? You got tags now?
You got
Yeah.
labels?
Let's see. Does that one have a label? No.
dude, you got early versions.
Wait,
dude.
what did you call it? The schmack? What?
Schmatta
Schmatta.
Monsters and
Schmatta
Schmatta
Monsters.
in Yiddish, in Hebrew, in Yiddish is for rags.
For
So-
rags.
So like, if you're at mom's house and you spill your beer, so go get the schmatta and clean that up.
okay.
And you clean up with a rag.
Right. So this is a little
It's a
rag.
schmatta monster.
Schmatta monster.
Yeah. See, I got a little schmatta right here.
And how did you come up with the little schmatta guy? I mean, what was the purpose?
I started making graphics. I don't know. When I was doing roller horror, I was drawing all these things. Then everyone was doing that, so I was like, "How can I step it up?"
You were having your kids do your graphics for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "How can I step it up?" And then my daughter, she had a sewing machine, so I'm like, "All right, let me." So I started doing my doodles and seeing her do it, doing that, and I was like, I could probably make this, blah blah blah. And basically, it's just like drawing, like. But just now, I just make a stuffed animal guy.
One leg is
and
is
then taller
than the
they're-
other.
that's yeah.
They're not perfect.
That's,
Right.
those are the first phases, you know.
I was trying to stand him up.
Yeah,
but it's
no,
like crooked.
they don't stand up well. But actually, I've been putting the new ones I put a bell in them.
A bell.
So they talk, a jingle bell. So when you shake them,
Oh wait, you know what? My cat would probably. I don't know. I mean, there's a Schmatta. Like, I don't know. I don't want my cat tearing up Little Monster, but
I've sold
Pet
so
toys
many.
coming soon.
I've sold so many to people that have dogs. They're like, don't like. I'm like, I won't put like plastic in them. So I'll put eyes. It's just my fun art thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like drawing or painting, but I just make them with the sewing machine. Just go buy like weird things, and I freestyle the shape. I kind of know how it is, so I just go in
what
there.
do you do? You cut out a pattern first? You cut out the little guy?
I just draw it real quick with a pencil and cut it out and go, oh, this dude will be fat with big arms. Or this dude's going to be this way. And then I just make them, and then I come out and, oh, his legs are off. He's tight. And I put him
in his nose.
Let's keep going.
Are you selling them or what?
Yeah, I sell them.
Okay.
I sell them. So if you want one, you could DM me. I just sent 3 of them out today.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
How much it cost?
And then I do them for like $50.
Okay.
You got a little.
I hand make them.
You got a little instant hold.
Nah, no instant nothing.
just
You
all
have
hidden.
to. You have to. DM
You gotta know.
It's
You
my
gotta know.
art. It's not really like a business.
I love it.
You know what I mean? And so But what I am gonna do is probably make a bunch of those guys
Yeah.
so that y'all can get the 9 Club Schmatta Monster, yo.
Yo, we should do. Yeah, dude, 9 Club one. Would be
Oh, and you
sick.
know what else I'm gonna do too for sure is I'm gonna make a few Schmatta Monsters for some giveaways on later shows.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So,
Amazing.
since it costs as much as a deck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Little Schmatta.
You put a little Schmatta, and it just brings good vibes to your.
Hey,
house.
today it's bringing great
It's
vibes.
fun. Your dog will like it. Cat. I've your fish.
You have underwater ones?
You can put it underwater. It's good.
Yes.
Yeah, they're fun.
I love
I'll be
it,
at
bro.
Joann's. You probably don't, but I am.
What's
Joanne's
that?
fabric store.
Joanne's a fabric store.
store, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like the only
Did
dude.
not know.
I'm the only dude up in there walking around. All these old ladies. I'm like, watch out.
Fighting over fabrics.
I know. Yeah.
That's my fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to the sale fabric.
Wow.
Tell me. Hook it up.
So,
So
yeah,
I sew,
Well, I mean, listen,
sew the Schmatta Monster.
with the Schmatta. Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm joking.
Exactly. No, for sure, man. Yeah, I think hopefully, man, I think the Schmatta world is going to grow
Oh,
after
yeah,
this
for sure.
episode.
I think
We're
so, too.
going to be hitting you up. You're going to make 9 of them for us? What did you say?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
We'll make the Schmattas will come.
Okay.
We'll get those, so you can
When you
give
least
away.
expect it.
Yeah,
the
when-
They'll be here.
Schmattas
So
will
you
show
guys
up.
can give them away to people. You know what I mean?
I
In
want one for
later
myself.
episodes. All right.
Do I have to DM you?
Yes.
Hey, this spot, Royal. Wait, is that Royal?
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Y'all went digging.
Wow.
You guys went digging. This is like underground tapes right here.
This is
That is Royal,
This
though.
is no label right here.
switchboard
I know.
to front nose slide.
The ledge dancing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I ledge dance. It's fun. I don't know.
No, it's dope.
That's a good clip, dude.
Yeah. It's a hard trick.
Hell yeah.
So wait, did this ever come out? What was this in?
Oh, this was in something I probably put out on YouTube.
Okay.
Like, whatever.
Turf and destroy.
Yeah, probably a turf video. You
right.
know what I mean? So
Damn.
Love it.
You had all the combos though. This combo as well. The this was a fun spot too, dude. The Albertsons ledges.
Oh.
I really like this wedge.
Wow. You
Henry
did that.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
That's Henry's trick.
Fakey 5-0 no slide.
Yeah, that's
He did it on that little metal thing at was it
That's
EMB,
a-
right?
He did it like on
Did
a
he do it?
curb.
Oh, he did it on the curb. He did it on a curb.
But he
in the
did it
underground.
in like
Underground curb.
91.
You did that good too.
But you also did, I mean, at the ponds, remember? You did 5-0 front nose. Was that at the ponds? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've
But
always
I had already seen that trick go down and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean you've
But at the time, no one was doing this kind of stuff.
Sure.
Like this was like back tail big flip like days.
Was like fully flared type style back then.
Yeah, like when Tori came and like shut it down.
Yeah.
days, that's why I was skating there. Because like they were like, that's Tori's spot by the grocery store, and I know where it is. I'm like, let's go skate it. Like,
Right off the 101.
They looked really good actually. I never skated there.
they were good. They were good.
awesome.
Right next to the wall.
Like, was it like really close to the wall? But it was like, or
No, I had enough room.
No, it was
to
a
be
good amount. It was a
comfortable.
good space to for
Like-
you not to hit your hands or anything.
it was close, like the Venice pits.
No. It was Venice Pit's closer.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was way closer.
Definitely.
I wouldn't have probably tried that trick if the wall was too close.
Yeah.
'Cause my board needs
A certain amount of
You need
space.
a
Little wiggle
bit of-
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trick is like if you get in the 5-0, you like scoop it like you're gonna do like a half cab out,
Yeah.
and then like I think I learned it trying to half cab out, and my nose kept hitting, and I was like, why don't I just stand on it?
Right. Right.
That's where that came from. Always bails. I learned so many things from bails.
I mean, the best things happen from an
Learn.
accident.
Yeah, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's skating, right? You're trying that used to fuck me actually, because I would be trying something, I'd be filming something, and then something else would happen, and then stupid me would be like, oh, well, why don't I just try this
for that.
harder one,
yeah, I mean,
and then not land it,
Yeah.
and
yeah, that's hard.
6
That's what
hour
I'm learning
debacle.
how to do right now with filming is be more. I used to think I needed to be physically like healthy, like eat everything, like da 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 da, like all this stuff, boom boom boom. And it's like it's here
Mental.
that I need to stop putting a time limit on my tricks. I stop worrying if the filmer is uncomfortable because I'm kind of uncomfortable too. Okay. I'm not worried about that anymore. I used to consider that.
right.
Like if sometimes you're filming, I'll glance at the filmer and he got this dang look on his face like, bro, like I'm just trying to like get my nails done right now, whatever they're trying. And I'm like, oh my God, like, or they're like, man, it's hot. And I'm like, I know I'm in the shade waiting to go, and I look and he's just sitting in the sun.
Yeah. Oh, we've all been through
holding
that.
a hot ass
We've all
camera.
been
And I'm like, cool. Like, and I keep bailing, and now I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Like we've been here for an hour. Like,
Oh, dude,
like,
film days when the
yeah.
film would start piling up next to the guy, I'd be
Right.
like, oh my god.
So I basically
dude,
learned to
really?
like let all of that go. Like especially like the time limit.
Sure.
Because the time limit you'll feel it's an ego thing.
It's more pressure.
Yeah. It's an unsaid ego thing. You're like, bro, I should have landed this by now. Like, who are you to say that? Just trust the process, and like you're gonna land it. If it takes 58 tries and you land that one, when you're watching the clip, you forget, 47 tries or whatever. You know, what I mean? Like you don't remember like your foot was kind of hurting or you bashed your toe, something like that. So I'm learning to do that, and that's what's making filming kind of fun. Doing like stuff, and also not wanting the outcome so bad. Trusting that the outcome will be there.
Yeah.
I do that. I want the outcome so bad that I bail and I freak out because I want the outcome. Where I have to trust that, bro, you're doing all this for the outcome. Don't trip.
Sure.
So once I let that go, it's like, ooh, I'm not worried. Like I was filming with like dudes from the Alien Workshop. I don't even know who they are, but ripping. And dudes tell me, those are the Alien Work. And I'm in their sessioning right with them.
Right.
My stuff is not as good as theirs, technically on paper or whatever. But I was trying to skate with, you know what I mean? They're filming, I'm filming, we're at the spot. It was like, I didn't let any of that kind of stuff where before maybe that stuff would get in my head. Yeah. You let you know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I'm with you.
So it's like
a lot of stuff would get in my head. Yeah. A lot of stuff.
So the more, and then going back to the curbs, I had to learn to be like comfortable being uncomfortable on the curbs. Like I'm terrified.
They're scary
on the curb, but if I go in scared, they know. It's like jail of dogs or something. Like they know. So if I go in there slashing a crooked, like and just go, even though I'm like not necessarily 100% on me going, but like I try to be as calm and comfortable. I notice I don't slam as hard, or I'm in a little bit more control.
Even the Twix ledges, though, those are the scary. Those scare me, man.
Right,
the little.
That's why I try to just like, okay, like you're in that position anyway. You might as well be at your best in it. and it's up here. It's not I used to think it was physical. I have to do 400 tray flips.
Yeah.
You know, eat the shakes and be, you know what I mean? And it's like really all that at the end of the day, it's like, cool, that's there, but you're not here.
Yeah.
And I'm having a temper tantrum, rage quitting, throwing my board, not getting the trick, and rage quitting. And like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's like, so what? Like, you can bend the bar. You're hella healthy. Like,
it's funny because the rage quitting is almost like a slap in the face to the photographer or the filmer that's sitting there,
and then we're hoping that they can like relate to us,
or just like, oh,
And
it's
they're going
okay,
like,
you're
bro.
good, don't worry about it, you know, little condolences or whatever, you know,
You're
whatever.
expecting that.
You know what I mean? A little
Right.
bit, like,
Yeah,
kind of.
bunch of ego,
You know? Yeah.
bunch of dang ego,
Right.
And I'm like, can you throw your
Tearing it
board
up.
further
yeah.
next time?
Yeah, or you have the guy that's loving you doing it.
Yeah.
And they know you.
yeah. I had a whole section in Hot Chocolate
Break
of
it.
me throwing it.
Stressing.
Well, I started it off, I think, the little section there. It was fucking great. Yeah. I used to have a little temper, man. I used to have a little
Everyone
temper,
did.
dude. Yeah.
Everyone did.
Yeah, I think
Breaking your board and doing
Yeah.
that.
definitely done that for sure.
Really good at
Of
focusing
course,
boards.
Of course. That
But then,
was,
you know, people-
that was tight. That was part of it. Though.
Yeah.
It was.
People
It was
still
like-
do that. People,
Okay, what's
Yeah.
cool about it is it was like some young shit. Like if you do it now, it's like
yeah.
you like if I had a stress moment like where I'm just breaking my board and people are just watching me, and then like I like snap back from my emotion back to me, and I'm like, oh wow, I just
You just did that, right? Well, the funny thing is when I see somebody else doing it, I'm like, God, that's what I used to look like.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
exactly.
for sure.
Thank
Like,
God I
wow.
was like 18,
Right.
to 24 doing that.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even then it was a little like much.
But there's something about, you know, the anguish and you're trying to get this trick, and you focus your board, and there's the release that you get. It's like you
Yeah.
can't explain it to somebody else, but you get this like
Yeah,
from the
you
top
gotta-
of my head out
You
through
have
the
to learn-
board.
You got to learn.
It goes
to,
away.
It's like now you know it's over when you
It's
break
over,
your board.
Yeah.
and then 5 minutes later, I regret it
Yeah.
because I want to keep
Totally.
trying.
It's a love-
That
the
was
it's
trick.
a
real
love
good
hate, bro.
concave board too.
Right.
You're like, dang, that was the yellow one. I did like it. I can't believe I got mad at it.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing to do is just give your board away to a kid. But, you know, when you're in the heat of the moment,
Yeah,
it's
sometimes-
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Especially back then, you know, filming for Hot Chocolate.
Yeah, I would
and
never do
different
it. If
videos.
the thing just has to break, it's
gotta
like
break.
you're not gonna just go give it. Okay, here I'm gonna walk away from
Yeah.
it. No, that thing. The only way that I'm stopping is I'm breaking this thing.
Sure.
I'm breaking it.
Sure. No, it's a real thing, man. Graffiti pits, we just talked about them.
Oh shit.
I'm, man, I love this spot. The spot was so fun. This is
so
my
good.
backyard for a long
Yeah, that
time.
spot was great.
We
I
loved it.
loved going there. Like LA trip, I was like, we're going there.
Right.
Look, I got the wraps, I don't know if they were real leather, but they were like not patent leather.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
shiny with like
Oh, it was
bumps.
like
With the white
pebble
sole.
leather.
It's that
Yeah.
soft shit.
No.
Yeah.
I don't-
No, it had like
The
a little,
white-
it had
but they had
it
the
had grain to
bottom.
it.
The bottom was white, right?
Yeah, that's those, and then the corduroy joints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was talking to someone, because I got scared one time, but OG dude around here was saying that like they had like a lot of concerts there back in the day,
I bet.
That
Yeah.
was before,
like before people started skating.
before
there,
my
right?
time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I remember skating that spot and people thinking that it was rugged, and it did have like a scary thing to it as far as like I'm out of town, so I'm thinking like LA gangsters and all that, but it's like the pits.
Right.
So you go into this like closed off area that you could see there's no one there, and I'm at the beach.
Right.
There's no one there. So it's like sometimes there'll be a bum in the corner, sometimes whatever.
Or
like,
people walk through and take off some photos
Yeah.
of the
But
the graffiti and everything.
rarely traffic like that.
Right.
And you could see, like, I'd skate by, like, a little cut, like,
Yeah.
right here, you know.
That was a
there
bathroom.
There, and then, like, if you kept going straight, you made a right, and it was, like, more.
another
and it
open
was
area.
kind of
Yeah.
like, look right here, like
Right.
weird
Oh,
little dude
yeah.
could be chilling there. I
Yep.
don't know. You know, it always.
But that was the allure of it. That was
Yeah.
the fun part of it.
That's
was
what made.
the-
Yeah, that's what made it.
even
kinda
if it
fresh.
smelled like shit and piss.
Yeah.
You're
That-
still you're You're in your own world
It was-
down there.
For me,
And you adapt to that nasty
yeah.
smell.
Totally.
coming from the city and skating like San Francisco, like I was like, yep.
Yeah, it's all
I was
good.
like, this is
You
So
guys
it was-
never got kicked out of there, right?
no way. Never got kicked out.
Cops would come and for some, homeless
something
or
else,
something
yeah.
else,
I've
and
never
we'd always
seen
be
the
skating.
police. I've never seen drama there. I've never seen any like fights or problems. Nothing. You know what I mean?
It was below ground, right?
Like, I remember
Okay.
Rick Cossack when we shot the Big Brother. We did a Big Brother
that cover.
Oh,
cover.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he asked me, he goes, dude, let's want a crooked grind like this bench, whatever. And I said, let's go to Venice. And he was like, all right, yeah. And when I remember we were there, he was nervous.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not even from this place. Like, I'm chilling. Like,
Well, when I first started going there,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like,
You're good, bro.
we're
some skaters.
it was kind of like the sun was setting and you had to leave because a lot of gangsters and
See, yeah.
it became, at night it was a whole different scene.
Yeah, I
Different
never been
hangout.
there. And,
Right. So it's kind of like when I first started going there, it was like, okay, it's getting dark. Let's
I think
head
Tim
out.
Dowling filmed this.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to say Tim Dowling filmed
I could see that.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
it's
filming
about
from the front, which is
Yeah,
kind of a
this
Tim
Guy
Dowling
Mariano
thing.
switch pop shove at Crooks, and they went out solo and got that, and then Tim couldn't keep a secret and told all of us.
Yes.
Were you skating with anyone else that day?
Yeah, I guarantee. Look, I'm with
Oh, yeah.
Joey. There's
Who was that?
Joey Sorrell and Eric Costin, I believe. Let's see. There's Joey Sorrell right there with the beanie.
That looks like Costin
and
stance.
Eric Costin. And I
Oh, wow,
probably
yeah.
drove
It's
with
fully-
Costin. We can,
Yeah, the Jeep Cherokee.
yeah, exactly. Remember we got in a car accident? Were you in a car?
I don't think I was.
Man, he almost macked on the girls. The girls said, and he pulled over, and the girls got out. It was just like, oh my god, like the Eric.
Oh, yeah, really?
I remember like
Eric's like, hey, you have insurance?
Yep. The Cherokee. Okay, those sheep shoes right there.
Sheep.
Those are good.
Okay, no, those shoes are, if those shoes could talk. So there I am with them. Don gave me those. I was on like Soltec. I wasn't on like a shoe
Like you
brand.
could get anything.
You got whatever you got.
Like, did you get a
Don-
box of like Etnies, sheep,
Don
and
did
S?
that.
Yeah.
Don would just be like, you're on Soltec. He even, for a minute during this time, I would get a check from Soltec. So I wasn't on anyone.
Okay.
But he would show me, yo, I've messed with you.
Okay.
So
That's dope,
I
dude.
didn't know what that was. It was dope, but at the time,
Confusing.
it's confusing for me because I'm like, I'm almost good enough.
Right.
You know
What am I
mean?
doing?
But
Which
I was
shoes am I
grateful.
wearing out of these box? Like,
So
what is,
during that time, which is all this fun and motivated stuff, so thank you, Don, for that, because it's got me on here doing that. So I'm wearing these sheep shoes, and they were real cool. And then I remember I was with Keenan and Guy and everyone. We were staying at Eric's house, and Keenan said, can I have those shoes? And I said, yeah. And I gave them to Keenan. Keenan wore them, and he switched. I want to say he switched back, so when he heel flips the table in them.
Oh, wow.
But he has some footage in those sheep shoes. And then Guy, the same pair, goes, can I have those? And goes, yeah. And I think Guy's wearing them.
He's wearing the Lioness.
cut off shorts.
Yeah.
At
Long
Kenta, right?
hair,
At
and he
Lockwood.
He does the Lockwood line with the half cap crooks. That's so Don Brown. It went from Don Brown to me to Keenan Milton to Guy Ryan.
Wow.
That's pretty rad.
same pair of shoes.
Those.
I don't
broke
remember
in.
people like
Those.
sharing shoes too much back then either.
It was. I think Don gave me like. I think I didn't like those because they were like flat, like a Vans, and I was used to like how Etnies were kind of like bulkier.
Well, those are vulcanized, right?
Yeah, those were vulcanized. So I remember being like, I'm not too into these. And Guy was skating those low little Vans.
Got you.
And so Keenan, if you trip, Keenan also has I gave him a pair of my Etnies. He has those black Etnies too. Those are for me.
We skates USC.
Because Don was sending Costin box, and I'm staying at Costin. So he's like, here's York's box.
Okay.
And then Keenan was staying there. And then I'm like, yeah. Like, that's just how we were.
Right,
Like,
right,
Wow.
It was easy. Like,
That's amazing.
So yeah, those shoes actually.
I saw some miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some tricks.
I wonder where they are now.
Legendary.
Where could they be?
Probably in some landfill.
Should be in a museum, dude.
No, man.
But back then, you're not thinking about shit.
Not
like
at
that.
all. But then it's so funny.
You're just
because-
skating.
I trip how you do the front crook to fakie on that because that thing was so round that like I could.
See, I was more.
It wasn't
I came
really
from
that- It was pretty
SF.
Right
sharp.
back then, maybe it wasn't. When
Yeah,
I got
it
there,
wasn't
it was,
really that
See, San
round.
Francisco
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
more
way
rugged.
gnarlier than that. Yeah.
So if you notice, I do all my like slider more stuff on the sharper.
Yeah,
one.
it's.
Does it work? It was like the Embarcadero grind. It didn't brown marbles.
I think you're right though, Kelly. It
together.
did get round after a while,
Towards
but
the
this
end.
is early on.
Yeah, I guess
this
you're
is
right.
way early on. But they got round
And-
for sure.
What was cool is I don't think too many people like this spot wasn't popular yet.
You're right.
It wasn't handled.
Yep.
It wasn't like you go there and then you kind of do the lines that people do there. Like it's kind of like we just went.
Yeah.
Because like when Sheffy's there, he's eyeing up the table to the other table.
But also there was the hubba in back too. So like a lot of people would just go straight to that hubba
With the
as
crack.
well. With the crack and the hole at the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, to avoid
Yeah.
that thing.
I'm trying to think. There
That
wasn't a
thing
lot
was
of
hipper waiting to happen.
Yeah, seriously.
around this time. Yeah, there was no one skating the spot beforehand.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see too much. If I did, it was like random 411 clips.
Yeah.
And it would be like one trick.
Yeah, that could have been like your love park.
Right.
You know,
Dude, how crazy when
And
sad.
the ground sucked.
Oh, did it?
The ground was like rough cement. Like you got falling there sucked because you got dirty and cut.
Yeah.
It was one of those cut ground. Like it was one of those unforgiving
abrasive ground, yeah.
grounds.
Is it kind of like the ground that's out at the old park now? I guess you would say. You know, it's like kind of gritty almost.
like a brushed concrete.
But it's more brushed though, I
If you
think.
notice, there's not a lot of flat ground going on
yeah.
in that place.
Except for over that little gap.
Yeah, over
at
the little
end.
circle.
The little
gap.
circle
Yeah.
gap.
Yeah,
That would be
Yeah,
it.
but like you know what I mean. though.
Besides
Like,
that,
Yeah.
no.
people
But there
didn't
wasn't really
just-
an opportunity to really get flat ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it was like maybe a flat ground before the ledge or something,
But
but it's a small area. It wasn't like this huge. I mean, on video, maybe it looks a little big, but it's small.
No,
I mean,
it's
this is
small.
what two
Like, I'm hitting
pushes,
the corner, boom,
two
Yeah.
pushes to that ledge. Like here it is.
Yeah.
Like
and then there's weird things like this wall that's I don't know if you look to the right of the shot, this wall right there, boom,
yeah,
this little graffiti wall on
Little
the side.
skinny
Oh,
passageway.
that thing kind of sucks to fall into if you like
Yeah.
miss, and it's like right there.
The
So
beauty.
there's little mine things in little mine line.
Yeah, like I
tweaks.
said, it's a small little zone for those ledges right there.
Yeah.
The-
Like if I stuck right there and just shot out
Yeah.
into that wall, it's smacking
Dude, the
me.
beautiful thing about that ledge in particular was the wall. I love the wall because you could try stuff, and if you slipped out, you
Feel
could just
safe.
yeah, you just hit the wall. It was really close.
But I'm talking about that one.
no, I know what you're saying. Right, it's like a little
No, but I feel you.
little passageway. Like I learned a lot of tricks.
And what was cool is all the graffiti made it slippery. It wasn't really waxed,
Right.
but it was like
Oh.
always tagged, so it had like glossy paint always on it.
And it grinded. It was a feel good grind.
Yeah,
It was like
I learned a few
rugged
tricks
and
there. I remember.
Definitely.
And that cone thing is what's sticking out of it right now, right?
Yeah. That wall that he's talking about is sticking out.
But all in all, this spot was short lived. It didn't really get like
No.
you know, it might seem a long time, but dude, we probably skated that for like maybe no more than 2 years.
I was
If
gonna say 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then that shit got filled with sand.
Well, they tore down most of the walls around it and left all those things there. So maybe that ledge on the wall is gone. Maybe this ledge is gone.
Yeah.
But maybe the other ledges are. This ledge is still there. Maybe I
Because
don't
on the top part of that, people used to like they used to set up ramps up there
Yeah.
and skate the walls,
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and do like fucking gnarly wall
Right?
rides.
Wasn't that the walls and stuff and
Yeah.
like thrashing and
Yep.
stuff? Like that's why I was like so like oh my
That was
God,
Yeah,
probably
this is the
before.
spot.
we're doing our thrash.
That was probably when they were having concerts down there.
Right.
But Muska ollied the roof right there, the little roof
And
right
sad
there.
tail slid that high ledge.
Yeah, that was insane.
Sad,
Man,
so
so many good times. I love sitting here reminiscing about these spots.
So
It's
rad. Those are like little fire pits, right?
I don't know
Were
what they were.
What with
You
the
know
little
what?
circle
It-
thing?
yeah,
Right. I mean,
cones?
like right.
It could
Yeah,
I
these
think
little
so.
things right there. Those are like little
be. I don't know why they
like
would
little fire pits and shit.
section them off like that.
I don't know either.
It's
but-
weird.
Let's go dig
Maybe
them
just
up.
sitting. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, those are weird. Someone Santa
Explain.
Monica historian will tell us.
But yeah, man, graffiti pit.
Yeah, that place was fun.
Sheffy ollied the
cool.
tables.
Totally.
Wow.
Dude, Eric too. Eric
Yeah,
did some
ollied up
lines
there.
on the
He-
tables too.
He like
Eric-
180 switch manual on it in a run.
Right,
Like,
they were
what it
tall.
was.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it didn't even make the cut.
Yeah, it was in a 4-in-1 switch
Yeah,
stand section.
serious.
Wow. Yeah, fun times back then.
Hell
Man.
yeah.
I love it.
Switch Mongo, I don't do that anymore.
No, not down for the.
You look
Switch
good
Mongo.
doing it though, man.
That was, hey, guy put me onto pushing. When you used to skate like something with like one push and have to hit it, like the Switch Mongo, you have to like step hella times before you get set up. Where like a regular push, your foot's already there.
Right.
Like,
Position.
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
just go, wah, wah, wah. You know, not that I'm in that position a lot, but you know, when I would see Guy like do stuff, and I'd be like, "Whoa, look how he like."
How
You
easy
gotta
it is.
watch technique. You gotta watch just the little stuff sometimes.
Wait a minute. When did you move down here from SF?
Which time? This last one?
Um,
I did it a few.
you did it a few
I
times.
did it a few times.
The first time.
I did 90s. I did a like
Moved here though, or
yeah,
actually
I lived
like
in Los Feliz in the 90s.
okay.
In like late 90s. I remember that was weird and fun.
But what about the last? So I
Last time when I moved to like Valencia
final- yeah.
from San Francisco, shoot. I would say a good maybe 13 years ago.
13
something
years.
like that.
Wow. Okay.
Because we moved and my son wasn't born yet.
What about when we were skating USC?
These days,
Was this you coming
This is
out
like-
here?
this is I'm riding that little ass board DVS. No, I was probably in Los Feliz.
Los Feliz? Okay. Yeah.
Because that's what, yeah. Because I could drive from Los Feliz there. I didn't even take the freeway. I would just drive whatever
Oh,
street that
okay.
was.
Straight there.
Like
And I'd drive
Vermont or
through
something?
The hood, but it wasn't that bad
No.
because it was like, fast street, whatever.
Kept it moving.
I wasn't in the back cuts.
Right.
Yeah, that zone around USC was pretty sketchy back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. We're just all around there, just carefree fucking crooked riders.
Yeah. Right. Well, it was such a collegey atmosphere too.
Yeah.
It was
It
like
was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun. I remember even somehow being in dorm places and home and
At some random party.
yeah, dude. We would be there, and next thing you know, like, you guys want to take bong hits? We're like, all right. We go over to the house, and next thing you know, we're at a party, and something going on. We're just like, what the heck? It's like, bro, my meter is like. I used to get hella tickets at USC though. I was terrible at the meters because we didn't have a phone or nothing to do. I'd be like, what time is it? You probably got a ticket.
right.
Go
Always
skate
have to go
over.
check
Fair
your
enough.
shit.
Man,
Those were fun days too, man. USC.
Yeah.
Days.
That little curve ledge was pretty fun. Hard to skate, but fun.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, those ledges were hard to skate. They were like, I don't know. They had just a thing to them, but the vibe there was really, really good.
Yeah.
Like it had like,
Felt like the beach.
yeah,
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
yeah, like how the beach is fun. Like you can be there no matter what. Like, oh, I'm not skating. I'm gonna hang.
Sure.
Oh, I'm skating so hard.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I'm here. And that place was fun. I mean, college people are awesome to look at. People watching, and you know what I mean. And
The flesh belt.
yeah, it was just fun. And like look in the background. There's a guy on a bicycle right there. People on their bikes. It's always chicks back then.
And it was a spot too where you could just drive there literally by yourself, and there would be somebody there that you knew, and you'd
Did it
hang
all the
out all
time.
day.
Yeah.
I do that all the time anyway, so
Right.
it's awesome when you actually know that. Like, you know what I mean?
Somebody will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like big open areas like this too. It's like you can really just actually skate and not really.
And
be
there were
feel-
little sections too. So there was a section on the right if you wanted to skate that little walkway type thing with another ledge.
Because there was a fence, and then there was like a school right there
right.
with like maybe I want to say third, fourth
It's an elementary school.
Smaller.
Yeah.
They were little dudes, and they'd come up to the fence and laugh at you if you fell,
Yeah.
or cheer you on if you did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so I always trip out. You get to see that place pretty good when LeVar does this line there where he's like this last run in trilogy. Because that whole zone was so long. You're talking about the pits?
LeVar went past the wax.
Yeah. He went way past the wax.
The skaters were like, hey. Like, we stop right there, bro. And LeVar was like, hold on, I got a nollie 180 heel flip. Just wait a minute.
Yeah, that whole path right there was
could do
super long.
Yep.
I mean, now people still skate there, still fuck it up, even though they cut out the whole.
Changed it up.
It's crazy.
Like that was like Malcolm
Watson.
Watson's spot, and Sad would be there. I remember Paulo would skate there, like when I first started going there.
Right.
I know the Spaniards would be there a lot.
Spaniards,
Dan LeBron and Jesus.
Just
LeBron,
crushing it,
Killing it.
Yeah,
Fernando.
yeah. The neighborhood homies.
Neighborhood, yeah.
Oh, Julio De La Cruz hit me up on Instagram. He's like, "Hey, what's Roger's Instagram? I want to see his tricks that he's doing."
Hit me up as well.
Yeah,
No way.
I gave him your Insta.
Yeah.
I love how, dude, Julio's a man.
Yeah, I thought
Where
that was
has
dope.
that dude been?
Dude, neighborhood.
Crushing
Killing
it.
it.
Yeah.
He been killing it for
Yeah.
sure. I don't
I'm
even
sure.
know where, but
He's always hustling.
Oh yeah.
Always doing something.
Right.
yeah, and I bet it's good now.
Yeah. He's elevated.
I bet he's polished it pretty well.
Straight up. I agree.
Straight up.
Damn, man. Well, Mike York, dude, what anything going on that we should know about, like at the present moment? I mean, you got the what are these called? The
Schmatta Monsters.
Schmatta Monsters.
Well, yeah, that's
Sleep
my
on the
little
Schmatta
fun
Monsters.
I love them,
art
dude.
thing.
I love
Yeah.
them.
You can hit me up and I'll hook you up with a Schmatta.
Amazing.
Put some good vibes in the pad.
Wait, can they like I want this type of thing, like this type of
No, I don't do
Okay.
I don't do no.
Like, hey, I got this
So you
fabric. I'll send you this
You get what you-
fabric.
Yeah, like no,
I'll
I
meet
just-
you
I
over
just
at-
make them and just post them on the picture and go, hey.
Okay.
Oh, you post them on the
He
picture,
can
right?
use a home. Yeah, just post
Right,
them on
right,
the
right,
story.
right. So you can't. Somebody can't go with you to the store.
They
What
can
do-
adopt them.
It's too much.
Oh, they
If-
adopt
if,
them.
if so, then
They should come with adoption papers.
I know.
Yeah.
I've already been.
It's like Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, I've already been like plotting and planning.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah, I want to do an art show. I would like to do that. I've never done like that, but
That'd
I'd
be
like
cool.
to have them like all on the wall somehow.
Yeah.
Like 400 of them.
Gotta make a life size one.
Yeah. Yeah. I should just
Oh.
wait.
A big ass one? Yeah, that'd be
It'd be
dope.
so sick.
Chris, would you help me with this? Can I size you?
You could. What? I have to stand out there and,
You gotta
get
switch
people in the
flip,
art
switch
show
flip,
wearing this
switch
thing.
manual there, man.
Oh my god, bro!
Listen, you know what I mean?
That thing. No, but I love them,
Yeah.
dude. You gotta
See, maybe
hopefully.
maybe I'll collab with like some sort of fingerboard brand,
For
and maybe they want to like give
Tech.
or
Schmatta?
or whoever makes little skateboards, and then I could hook them up, and they could have boards.
little mini Schmatta boards.
It could work.
That's like in between like the hand boards and then the
Okay, I
finger
tried to
boards.
make bags, and I'm not that good at sewing yet.
Okay.
So my bag sucked, and I was like, I'm not.
What kind of a bag? Like
I
just
wanted
a
him
carrier?
to be like chilling, and you unzip right here, and you could put stuff all in here.
Oh, you wanted to
know
make
what I mean?
him a bag.
Yeah,
like
like if I could,
if
Because
this was a
yeah,
bag.
they
like
can't
if
go
it
to-
was just arms and legs, and then he was bigger,
You could
and this
zip him
zipped it,
open.
and you could put your weed in there or
Okay.
whatever. You know?
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, it's a good
And then-
weed
then
hiding
I
spot.
tried it, and
doubt.
boy, yeah, I need help. I'm not that good at it, so I was like, I'm gonna go skate.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah,
I mean, sewing is not that easy, bro.
no, but I have fun doing that. And,
Yeah.
and that's an early one too. So I'm getting
You gotten better since then?
of course.
Nice. Of course.
Just like you guys,
with the
man. I
little
keep
needle?
doing stuff. I get better at it.
There you go.
What's up with the little needle?
I
there?
that's not my.
That's a little
Oh, it didn't
scary.
come with that.
No,
Ron's
it actually
weed?
did come with that. I just ended up sticking it in his tongue.
Where
Oh,
was
it did?
Where was
Yeah.
it before?
Oh my bad.
It was like somewhere.
You left it in there.
He
for
left
like,
it in there. It was somewhere on the side.
Just handmade.
Amazing,
Yeah.
bro.
That's where that went.
Oh, do you need that? We need it back. There you go.
Oh. Don't forget about it. And that poking yourself. Right?
Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay.
Schmattas, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Schmatta.
check out Mike's Instagram, dude. What's the handle?
Yorkatron?
Yorktron.
There you go. There you go.
That's it.
Man. We're going to skate the curb soon
Yeah, I'll be over there.
with the umbrella.
Yeah, I'll bring it.
All that.
And then if you guys are in the area and see the umbrella, like you guys can sit under it. I'll take pictures of you with. So just don't be shy.
It's like sightseeing. Yeah,
you see me at the beach. Be like, Mike, can I get a picture of the umbrella?
$20 a photo.
Tourist,
Totally
tourist
That's
spot.
amazing.
Yeah, so just hit your boy up.
God, he's got a whole business plan for that spot, man.
Every
Shit.
day I'm hustling, man.
Can they get a photo with you,
go.
or is it like?
Oh no, I'll be taking the picture.
Okay,
so
okay.
I'll just get photo cred. So it's
I gotta
like,
tag
you know what I mean. You could choose if you want to or not.
you. Right.
Oh, no,
You should make an Instagram, Mike York's umbrella,
That'd be, yeah. Hey.
and just take photos of it. It's
like-
the same.
It's like Murdy.
Yeah, just like whoever's like chilling under the umbrella that day.
I have a picture of Murdy under the umbrella.
You can start
So
off
I
with
already-
that.
I
That's a
already
good.
have celebs.
That's a good jump off.
Yeah, I lightweight have celebs in the archives.
Come sit under
Already.
my umbrella, bro.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like Bill Strobeck with his like little background.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you
A
go.
little background.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should holler at Palace about an umbrella.
A big umbrella.
They probably make them,
Yes.
right or no?
They
I'm sure
had
they
to
do.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beach umbrella. Come
If
and
not,
see
they
it.
they're
can
over
definitely
it.
they can definitely
They've
make
been
an
together,
umbrella.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. They send you an umbrella.
Triangle shape.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Easy.
I know. I have it at the beach. That's gonna be cool. Dang. I can't wait for
He's
that.
psyched. This thing that we don't even know if it exists, but we're
Yeah.
ready for
It
it.
will happen.
Yes.
We're ready for it, man.
Yes.
Hey, dude, Mike,
Hey.
come back anytime you want,
Yes.
dude.
Oh,
Stop and
yeah.
chats for days.
For days.
For days.
I'm gonna be gone for a while. Maybe you could sit in for me
Hey, there
for
you go.
experience.
Hey.
You down?
You could-
I'm down. You guys heard it here first.
Right. Right.
He can sit in my seat whenever,
I
dude.
I feel like the dude in Tony Montana kills everyone, and he's shaking. He say, "Hey, homie, you got a job." And he, "Thank you, Tony." So that's dope.
Yes. That was a great scene.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What are you gonna do when you leave here? You're gonna go back home?
I was
Gonna
thinking
go make
of
some
I'm
dinner?
gonna probably go to the curbs for a little bit.
No,
Just-
really?
I'm joking.
Light it up with the car lights.
Light it up.
Drive the car all the way
It's
over.
pretty
there.
I'm
lit.
gonna
car all
drive the
the
car
way.
over there. I'm gonna try this kickflip front.
It's pretty lit at night.
It's
Yeah,
not
it
bad.
is.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I think the footage is a little yellow or something.
It's like the yellow
orange-ish.
light.
It's still the old
Yeah.
school lights. Yeah.
Yeah. Really
Yeah, we
bizarre.
need to do like a Cobra Kai, like skeleton suit
Night session?
nighttime edit.
I'm down.
Cobra Kai.
Chasing people.
Remember that? The little skeleton.
Yeah,
bones?
little
And they were on
skeleton.
the beach.
Should I order
remember?
the skeletons now?
Oh Jesus.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Large. Just tell them large.
Large. That's it. Large.
If
It'll
it's
fit.
baggy, so what?
It'll fit.
It's like some penny. You know what I mean? I went somewhere today and it said no baggy clothes, and I'm like,
What?
Wow.
Where are you going?
Yeah, where-
That says that.
well, I go to fancy places.
I know.
But,
Obviously. Shit.
but I was tripping that I was like, that's an issue. Like
That's from
we
like
went from
years
the
ago.
masks, and it was like no baggy clothes, no sports gear.
Wait,
and I'm
what
like,
spot is this? What is
you know,
this?
I went to a sports bar that said no sports gear,
Wow.
and I'm
That's
like,
amazing.
What?
and it said no baggy clothes. I'm like, who's in here? Fabulous from like '99 walking in. Yeah,
Biggest
big-
pants
big
ever.
ass clothes. New Jersey. I'm like, no one wears baggy stuff like that, really.
Wow.
But
Enough for them to put
a
that sign.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. See,
No hat. See, the no hat thing trips me out. No, it trips me. Even Ruth's Chris. We go into Ruth's Chris and you go in the dining room, like they make you take your hat off.
It's an old school respect thing.
That's-
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
come on, dude. I'm just getting a steak and potatoes, dude, and a little mac and cheese.
And you're sitting by yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean, Christmas dinner, we would go to
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We'd all have to take our hats off.
Yeah.
And you're
Nothing
like,
with that.
you're like, bring the chef out. He takes his hat right
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
He's wearing a hat.
It's a big hat too, a little
Made
tall
my-
hat.
He made my dinner in a hat.
I went to Hanano the other day, and I went with my shirt off, and they told me to like.
Well, that's a whole other story. If you're
Shirt
sitting next
off.
to me with your shirt off and I'm trying to eat my sushi, yeah, please
Not-
put your shirt
okay,
on.
no,
Putting ranch on
But I
your
was
chest.
at Hanano though. I was
Yeah,
like,
a little drip.
my homie
No,
was
no,
like,
no,
you got to put it on. I was like, all right. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to Hama.
You went to
like
a
that.
bar.
Oh, I thought you meant hot.
oh, no.
Still, I don't want to drink a beer right next to you with your like nipple hair. Like, what I'm saying?
His
But, like,
manscaped
but if
chest.
you were
I
gonna
do.
go to a bar, Hanano would be like a bar you could go to with your shirt off. I feel like
Is it on the beach?
It's on the beach.
It's not on the. It's next to the beach.
It's okay.
All right,
It's one store in.
outdoor-
I have my
the
shirt off
outdoor
at the
area,
bar.
yes.
Y'all
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to
The indoor,
get me
no.
home
Okay.
now. You're like you're naked at the bar. I'm like,
All right.
get me home.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
My money's good.
What have you done to me?
Dude, this has been great, dude. Mike, stop by anytime, dude. Chat with
Yes,
us.
thank
It's
you.
always a pleasure,
So rad.
bro.
Appreciate you
Let's
guys
go
big time.
skate soon.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
easy.
Bro, I mean, come on, dude.
Come on, son.
Bro. You know what I'm
How it
saying?
goes. You know,
There's
go ahead.
schmattas
Come
and
on,
all that
son.
stuff.
My God.
Man.
Oh yeah, York.
Can I just do like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
A cyber
You could send hand emojis to
there-
him, whatever.
Hand emoji.
Yeah, the hand emojis
Yeah.
getting sent.
Whatever.
Now I do sushi emojis.
Yeah.
That's my.
That's just raw.
because it's raw.
raw.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
I didn't like. I didn't want people to be like, What the fuck is this? Like, what
does that mean?
I'm not hungry. I just did a switch feeble on the rail.
York's sending me
Why do you put all
sushi.
these sushis? I'm not hungry. No,
It's raw.
It's raw, dude. Like it's good.
Love that.
And sushi's pretty good if you like sushi.
I love sushi.
Yeah, yeah.
So far, no one's been like gross.
Imagine getting that comment
Yeah.
back.
Gross. Cook it. They send me the fire emoji, so I can cook the. Sushi.
Oh yeah.
Right
there
underneath
you
the
go.
sushi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
I
Wow.
can smell it.
This is the
smell it.
layers to
Oh,
this
see,
There
dude.
is.
Wow.
That's why I don't mess with the deep dark web.
of Instagram emojis.
Stay off it.
Amazing, dude. Mike York, everybody.
Yeah.
Huh?
Thank you.